Aloha, everybody. Welcome to the very first episode of Debate Tymes, where we debate about food. Before we get into explaining the structure of the podcast, I would like to introduce everyone who's in the podcast. First of all, me. My name is Justin. I will be the host of this podcast. I am a streamer of 6 years who's now just getting to podcasting. And this all started because we wanted to debate about pancakes versus waffles. And I ain't going to tell you about that because that's going to be on the VOD. Here with me tonight, I have no idea who's going to be the partner in crime or the co-host of the podcast, but we'll start in order. Dane, would you like to introduce yourself?
Hi, it's me. I'm Dane.
That's Dane. Yep. Anything you want to talk about yourself, or are you just gonna?
I am former pizza chef. Not actual chef though. I just cook pizza.
Okay.
I have about 10 years experience in the pizza industry. Surprisingly, I really look back at all my jobs. And I'm like, wow, I really do.
Okay.
So yeah, I think I'd be a good choice for this topic, especially.
Nice. Yes, we have somebody who's more experienced. Yes. And then we have Sijay. Sijay, would you like to introduce yourself?
Hello, I am Sijay.
Cool. Anything you want to tell us about yourself, or are you just gonna leave it at that?
I worked in an Asian restaurant for 2 years, and I'll leave that at that.
Okay. And then last but not least, we have the Leaf. The Leaf, would you like to say anything about yourself?
I'm here.
Okay, cool.
I don't know what's going on, though.
This is a podcast. Welcome.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And we're live on Twitch right now.
And we are very much live on Twitch. I'll leave a description on where you can find me on Twitch. But if you're not actually here, it's going to be on my YouTube channel, which I'll also say where it is too. I'm not going to say it now, but
be sure to hit that like button.
Yes. So the structure of the podcast is pretty much going to go like this. It's going to be a 2-hour podcast. It's going to be broken down into parts. The first 30 minutes, we're going to talk about our first topic, our first debate topic. Then we'll have a bit of a break, a bit of a, say a 5-minute water, whichever you need to get. And then we're going to switch on over to our next debate. Another 30 minutes, we'll talk about croissants versus biscuits. And then after that, it's food news. We'll just have an hour talking about food, what's going on in the food world, and just have fun with it. So, how are we going to start this first topic? That's a good question. Well, let me tell you what it is, actually. It's deep dish versus thin crust. And that is we're talking about pizza here. And I'm going to be honest with you. I actually don't know. I don't think I actually had a deep dish pizza before. I think I've only had like thin crust or just
I've had it a couple of times, like the actual Boston deep dish. I've had it maybe like 3 times.
Mm-hmm.
Have you not had like a personal pan pizza? That's the closest thing to like the
closest of a deep dish.
I would explain that Little Caesars tends to do the deep dish too.
Deep dish is not pizza, it's lasagna. Oh yeah, and I would like to say, chat has if they want to put any inputs that comes to mind, they're allowed to, and you can see what they say in chat. But since
we have the chat open, we can see.
But this is also going to be in audio form, so sometimes if we do forget what people say in the chat, I'm sorry, you won't be seen in the audio version, but we will do our best to just read.
We'll try to read it out.
We just call it out in chat and read it out.
We were like, chat said that, and it's like someone's gonna be like, oh, chat's weird. Why would chat say?
Who's
That's the whole point of a podcast?
It's a hive of degeneracy.
Who's chat?
Yeah.
Who's this chat guy?
So let's say like
It's a weird name.
What does everybody in this voice chat prefer?
Personally, I prefer the thin crust because it's, like the crisp. I like the nice those foldability of it. You can't really fold a deep dish all too well. It's like Cantor said, deep dish pizza is not pizza, it's lasagna. It's lasagna in the sense you can't fold it. Pizza is meant to be folded.
That's true. All right, that makes sense. I've always for those who, or for someone like me who's never actually had a actual deep dish, it's always been described that it's a pool of tomato sauce that you can drown in.
You better marinara.
I'm gonna debunk that right now. As someone who's made deep dish pizzas, it's not what you think. It's just more of a deep pockets with and it has like more cheese than anything else. The sauce usually compared to like a thin crust or even just like your standard crust like hand toss and stuff, we use almost 2 times the amount of sauce as we do for that. So it's not as like loaded as you would think. Again, it may be different for like there's different types of deep dish too. There's Chicago style. There's all different kinds of deep dishes. So I guess maybe it varies, but from what I experienced, it really isn't that much more tomato sauce that everyone thinks it is.
Okay.
If anything, it's a lot more cheese than it is anything else.
So it's not like it's like a wall of crust.
It's
and inside
it's not
is
a soup.
pool. Okay.
The way
it's
it works
cheese,
is the deep dish we use. What we used to do for deep dish, we used to use the same amount of dough weight for what would be a large or an 18-inch pizza would be, and then we just build taller walls. In a pan instead of a flat pan, we do it on a, in a like a high-rise pan.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So, and then, but even that too, we tend to use a little bit more dough too, because even though we use for the 18-inch pizza, we do it in the size of where it comes out to more of a medium size. So the dough tends to be a lot more thicker.
Oh.
Because it has to hold everything, and because you're cooking it through, if you make it too thin in a deep dish, it'll burn through. It'll burn through, and it can't hold all that weight in it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's the.
But yeah,
that's
like
one
it's
of
chat
the
saying, like
cons.
deep dish is a cake, and pretty much no, it's a really great way to describe what a deep dish pizza is. It's more layered in the sense of a cake because you're baking it in a different way, or you're cooking it however you guys do, oven style. Some people bake it like almost like a lasagna as well. From what I see, the pros and cons for deep dish versus thin crust. Deep dish, you can do more toppings.
You could.
You can do a ton. You can do a ton more toppings because it cooks better through. Thin crust, if you put too much toppings, you ruin your dough.
I feel
Because in order to fully cook it through, because the way it works is you do sauce and then you do first layer cheese. You put your toppings on top of said cheese, and this goes for almost every pizza. And then you do second layer cheese. What the second layer cheese does, it binds everything together when it cooks through. So like I said, so if you have to run it through multiple times to get that well doneness, doing it on a thin crust will ruin the crust because it just cooks way too quick.
I understand.
Yeah.
I'm learning more about deep dish because I've never actually.
Yeah. So a deep dish is more if you want a lot more volume in what you're eating. Thin crust tends to be a lot more easier to eat, a lot easier to ingest because again, that's a lot of calories putting in. A deep dish is a lot for more like a heavier, strong, like people that want to eat more.
I feel like you have to eat a deep dish with like a fork and knife.
True, a lot of people do. From what I've seen, people will ask for that.
And I
it's
feel
a
like
lot more
pizza's
messier.
a hand food.
And usually, if you eat, with a fork and knife, like a regular crust pizza, some
It's
people
weird.
like.
I see
to, yeah,
people do that
people,
too.
People,
It's
I've seen people do it, but to me, that's just eat it with your hands.
no, a thing I understand with that too, and I see it in a lot of, especially from what we see from the tourists, like the Japanese culture and stuff. They tend to eat with a fork and knife when they cut up their pizzas and stuff. And I get that. It's more of just a cultural differences at that point. It
Mhm.
really isn't one of those, oh, they're being negligent or anything like that. Just people consume things differently. Even like how we, especially in Hawaii, we use chopsticks on everything.
That's
You see
true.
someone using a fork on their saimin, we're like, what?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
So, but at the same
So
time, it's
around
just
me, if you see anyone eating Chinese food or Japanese food or any type of Asian food, they're gonna be using like a fork.
yeah, with an English utensil, it tends to be more
Yeah.
of a like a.
I usually
what?
use chopsticks on it, but
Yeah,
And-
at the
most
same
people
time,
in the South use.
you can't necessarily
forks.
fault them for it.
I can't use
They just don't know how to use them.
chopsticks. It hurts.
You can't use chopsticks to leave.
It hurts. I don't know
I can
why.
understand that. I can
Yeah.
understand that.
It really does take.
and
It does take some time to get.
to be really
Takes
fair,
training.
I don't really know how to use a fork in comparison to chopsticks. Like I know how to use a fork. Don't get me wrong, but I eat.
Stab pointy bit into food.
No, I eat better with chopsticks, and I can consume food better with a chopsticks than I do with fork. Oddly enough.
Oh yeah. Erica says I know someone who uses a fork for sushi, and I know exactly what
Oh.
she's talking about. So
Sean in chat
Strange.
was saying, do you hold the knife in your left or right hand? You hold the knife in your dominant hand.
normally,
Yes.
right? Yeah.
Under normal circumstances, the etiquette behind it is usually the dominant hand is the
I
way
just
you hold your
stab
knife.
it.
Because you're cutting through. And if you don't have enough pressure or strength with your non-dominant hand cutting it through, especially if you have like a duller knife, you're gonna have a mistake. It's gonna slip and it's gonna stab you. But if you don't have that issue, then so be it. But it's a general consensus that you use your dominant hand to cut because you get a lot more cleaner cut, and the
Also,
fork just holds it
sharpen
in
your
place.
knives. Make sure your knives are sharp when you use them.
Yeah,
Yes.
never use a dull knife.
Yeah.
Never use a dull knife, even if it's a butter knife. Don't use a dull knife.
I mean, let's not get hasty here.
Yeah, sharpening a butter knife.
Okay. So now that we've
But-
gone over the pros and cons of, did we go over the pros? I think we.
The
yeah,
cons of we got over the pros of deep dish. We need to.
the pros and
do a little
cons. What do
bit-
we do with the cons of the deep dish?
We did a little bit. We need to focus on
The
the
more
Rebecca.
cons,
crust.
the more cons I can see of the deep dish. Again, it's a lot more calories in.
Yeah.
Um,
I
yeah.
think that's the best way, because that's also a lot of carbs, and like you have a lot.
Yeah,
more...
there's a lot
And
more
it's a bit
calories in
messier.
going into. I think personally, if you like that kind of heavier type of food, then obviously it's gonna taste better.
Mhm.
But again, that's preferential.
And yeah, Noah, who's Sean, he says deep dish will melt your mouth really. I guess it would be also like it's not a very good thing when you're really hungry. Like you
Yeah,
don't want to.
you're not gonna eat it so quickly.
Don't
You can't
eat-
just
Um,
shovel that down your gullet.
and that's
Yeah.
also a pro of a deep dish. It stays hot longer.
Yeah.
I would say that
Um,
would be a pro. Yeah.
You don't have to like rush to eat your pizza and make sure it's gone, so you can eat it in portions. And it's easy to reheat too instead of a deep dish.
Yeah.
Or sorry, instead of a thin crust. Thin crust tend to be a lot harder to reheat. If you just microwave it, normally I just pan fry it when I
Mhm.
reheat. But yeah, like deep dish, it's easy. You can just you can rebake it and it's gonna come out just the same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's more like
Um,
it's like a big meal that you want. Like
Yeah,
we've
It's the whole
said
thing, you
before,
have to
it
sit down
really
and do it.
is just a lasagna pizza, or the lasagna pizza.
with a
basically.
breading layer. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, like the cons again, calorie count is gonna be much
Mhm.
higher.
It's gonna be a bit messier.
Need to
Sorry?
try this some. Wait, what?
It's gonna be a bit messy. Oh, hold on, I think my
Yeah.
thing's messing up.
It's definitely going to be a lot more messier than it would be for a thin crust. It does hold better than a thin crust because normally thin crust tend to, especially depending on the different ingredients you use. If you start using like sausage, like or meatballs and stuff, they tend to fall apart.
Yeah.
Because that's a con with thin crust right there. You can't layer it as much as you would like on a deep dish. Because like I say, if you cook it through, it's going to get burnt.
Do they
Or
make
it's not going to cook
personal
well enough.
pan deep dish pizzas? Yeah. Paoli
Most
just
personal-
does
Yeah, I've
that.
seen them.
Yeah, and
Paoli
most
does
personal
that.
pans tend to be type of a deep dish too. Even personal pan size tends to be the same size of it's the same weight as a small dough,
Wait.
a small pizza dough. But it's more compact, so it's a lot more thicker. So yeah, as Sean was mentioning, like a meat pie.
I have actually had deep dish pizza.
The one from Biology. Didn't
The
Kate let
one
you try it?
Yeah.
Yeah, for when we went and we all hung out.
I
the last time we
totally
hung out with
forgot
Remy.
that it's been so long since I guess I totally
Yeah.
forgot. Then, but
So
I don't remember it
Um,
being like, wow, this is a deep dish. I just feel like this is a pizza. Yum yum.
Shove it down.
Just eat it. Okay, so we discussed about how deep dish, what are usually its pros and cons. You can hold more toppings, but it's not a food that you would be like, I'm hungry now. I'm gonna shove this down, and then it's just gonna have your brain.
Just suck it
Mhm.
down.
Yeah, but
mhm.
though thin crust or is it just called thin crust, or is it just like actual
Thin
medium?
crust and
No.
regular pizza are two different things.
The regular one people tend to refer to as hand toss.
I was gonna say
Yes.
like what do we describe as it hand toss? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Because you're not really the way we used to do hand toss too, you sheet it out, when you roll it to kind of flatten it,
Yeah.
and then you kind of the whole purpose of hand tossing isn't for aesthetics and to show off. A lot of people think that's like, oh, they're doing it for nothing. You're aerating the dough.
Yeah.
If you don't aerate the dough properly, if you don't know how to toss a pizza properly, what you could use is we have it looks like a rolling pin, but with spikes on it. And you can kind of you basically just or you can use a fork and poke holes in it.
I do remember seeing people do that. Yeah.
The reason why they do that is because when it cooks through, have you ever had a pizza that had bubbles?
A giant one, actually.
Giant bubbles in like specific parts of the pizza.
I think
it's because it's not aerating properly.
Since we were talking about Costco's pizza before this podcast, and I would say Costco's would be one of the few, or
they always have bubbles.
They would always have bubbles. I totally remember that. Any pizza from
the
Boston
reason
North End.
The reason why they have bubbles a lot is because they don't have the time.
Yeah.
You see how fast they produce these pizzas, how fast they crank these out.
Yeah.
I'll order a large pizza fresh and I'll get it in like 10 minutes, and that's insanely fast.
Yeah.
And it'll be like a Supreme, so it has everything on it. So they don't really go through all the tent of like aerating it out properly.
Mm-hmm.
Because even when you build your dough, your water needs to be a specific temperature before you mix your dough and your yeast and flours and stuff in. If it's too cold or it's too hot, it ruins the binding, and you get either a thicker dough or too thin of a dough, and it doesn't hold.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
With how fast they put those out, it's almost like rotisserie chickens in the Sam's Club we got where I'm at.
Yeah.
They put out a couple hundred of those each day.
Yeah, no kidding, right? But at the same time, you see it for the price it is, so you can't really necessarily complain.
I'm pretty sure they operate those at a loss just to get people in the door.
Yes, that's a different science that I can get into because I also work in retail. Number one thing a lot of people they call loss leaders. That's exactly as you pointed out. They will have something that makes people get in the door, but now that you're here, you're gonna go shopping.
Yeah, might as well get something else while you're here.
Since we're here. Yes, those are called loss leaders. Retailer. Why do you think milk and dairy is at the back of a supermarket? Because almost everyone buys dairy, so they have to walk through the store to get to the dairy section. So what do they do as they're walking through the store? Oh, look, chips are on sale. Oh, look, these meats are on sale. Oh, look, this is on sale. And they come out.
Ooh, look,
when did I get a cart?
Pizzas.
I just wanted a gallon of milk. Why did I go home with this?
Why did I spend $300 on groceries?
Just like stuff, the rotisserie chicken at Costco.
Yeah.
It's in the back.
That's how it was at Sam's Club. It was at the back.
So,
I'd like to point out Gmark in chat. It says, "Damn pizza, a science." And
it is.
It's really bread.
Retail
Making bread is such a science, and I'm always impressed on how different ways you can make something out of just wheat and dough. Dough. You can make pizza. You can make types of breads, different types of bread. You got sourdough. You got your whole wheat. That's
baking in general is a science.
It's really.
My dad used to work at a bakery.
I did
and
too.
His first job was a bakery.
So was mine.
Bakeries are fun.
Bakery was fun until okay, I have a bit of a personal story, and I kind of get I get kind of flashbacks, embarrassing flashbacks of when I worked in a local bakery, Brugge. For those who don't know, that's
I know where that is.
A Japanese bakery that finally started making their way to Hawaii. I worked there for not even a year. I think just maybe barely 2-3 months until I found something better. But the thing was, I started out as just a baker's assistant. Basically, I wake up very early in the morning to help, the baker,
You do sheets.
Yeah.
You're doing sheets and proofs.
The thing
because you're doing, they call it bitch work.
Basically, and the thing was, the baker who was training me / telling me telling me what to do, she was Japanese. She speak Japanese, and she spoke a little English. She wasn't really like full fluent in English, not yet.
Mhm.
So like her instructions weren't clear, and sometimes her I would do something and she kept like saying no, not that. Do this way. I'm like, oh, I don't know. What do you want me to do? So then it got to the point where she got frustrated, but she was like, I understand there's a language barrier between us, so I don't want us to get frustrated with each other. We're just gonna have you work as a cashier, and I'm like, fine.
Oh, you told me
that's
the
totally
story. I remember
fine.
this. Yeah.
So I worked as a cashier for a couple more months until I found something better, and every time I smell bread or like I see videos of people like kneading dough, I kind of just have a flashback of that time of my life where it's just like, oh man. It was such a really weird moment in my life that I just could not learn how to like properly get prepared these dishes, the dough basically. So that's a bit of an off tangent story, but I already had to say that.
Yeah. So getting back on like deep dish and stuff, like a con. One of the cons is it's a longer cook time. So like as you're saying with like, if you're hungry now, don't go deep dish unless they have it pre-made. Which again I wouldn't want pre-made, to be really fair. So yeah, deep dish tends to have a longer cook time. Thin crust is definitely going to be crispier than a deep dish. There are crispy deep dishes, but again, it's going to take longer to do that.
Yeah.
And it's probably easier to mess up.
It's easier to mess up, and also with deep dish, if you want it as crispy as possible, it's going to get even more oilier.
Oh yeah. Forgot about that.
Because everything is coming out during the cooking process too. Like I said, if you want just a high calorie, fat, food and stuff, that's just
it would be like a cheat day dish, really.
It is. It really is. I mean, pizza's a cheat day, period.
That's true.
Let's be real here.
You don't eat like a couple slices of pizza and be like, all right, I feel good. Like, no, you want to sit down and be like,
I'm upset with myself.
That was me a couple nights ago. I had Pizza Hut, and I'm like, I feel not good, but I'm content.
Well,
you just feel greasy.
No. I mean, I'm maybe a personal jab here, but you did choose Pizza Hut.
My family chose it for me.
Yeah,
so
Pizza Hut is a mistake on the world of pizza itself.
My family ordered, so I had to eat what I got. So.
Yeah, it is what it is. It is what it is.
There's one time I made my own pizza. I was like, ooh, that's all.
Cool, Delete. Thank you.
Thank you, Delete.
Also, if you want to learn how to make your own pizza, and if you want to do deep dish, use a cast iron. Don't use aluminum pan.
Oh yeah,
I did hear
cast iron is good for everything.
Hear about that, yeah.
Because I mean, obviously, the most common thing is going to be aluminum pans. This is like the most readily available, especially if you're buying it from a pizzeria or anything like that.
Yeah.
But if you make it at home, cast iron. Whew. Every time.
Make sure you season your cast iron pan if you
after too, before and after.
We're almost
not before. You should have already seasoned it by then.
If you have one, make sure it's seasoned.
We're almost done with this topic, so let's just move on to the final question for this topic.
Well, we didn't go against thin crust too much.
Wait, what?
Did we not go over thin crust as much?
We didn't go to thin crust that much. Yeah.
I mean, we could, but what is there to say, really? It's
true.
It's easier to. It's more portable. It's easier to eat.
It's more of a hand food. It literally is.
Yeah, it's like a hand food.
Mm-hmm.
Erica, whenever we go to Domino's, her favorite thing is thin crust, Alfredo sauce, spinach, and bacon.
Yep.
And
spinach, bacon, chicken.
She has opened
spinach, bacon, mushroom.
Such a door for me. It was so delicious.
My favorite will always be white sauce with spinach, chicken, mushrooms. It's an Alfredo pizza. It's really, really good.
I think my favorite's a regular marinara with pepperoni, mushrooms, and olives.
Yeah,
there you go.
Good.
I like mushroom, bacon, pineapple.
Okay.
That's a good one. I've never really did a pineapple mix with mushroom, but I don't see that as a conflict in flavor.
And also, by the way, we're not gonna go over the pineapple on pizza thing. That
toppings are toppings. You put whatever you want on it.
It is your taste bud. We are not gonna judge anybody.
It's your pizza.
And it goes for everything. You have your own taste bud. You have your own opinion on
pizza.
Food.
Yeah.
Wait.
Go on.
And it's just we're not gonna judge people for what they eat. Maybe stuff that
Yeah.
we've never heard about, or things is like, wait, you put what on that, and that's weird. But we would never judge based on people's tastes in food. Of course not.
Yeah,
I wouldn't even
myself-
say it's weird. I would just be more along the lines of like, okay, that's something to discuss because that's not something you hear on a regular basis. So
Oh, Cantor in chat really does bring a point. Pineapple pizza's fine, just don't call it Hawaiian. It's not Hawaiian.
it's not.
A Canadian
it's
chef
not.
brought the name up, and it's not Hawaiian. That's
Yes.
my only gripe about it.
Pineapple. Okay, and another thing
Thanks,
too is
Canada.
we are the highest exporter of pineapple in the world. True, but we are not the originators of pineapple. Pineapple is
Exactly.
not native to the Hawaiian Islands. We just have a climate that is perfect for year-round pineapple growing.
Yeah.
Because for those that don't know, pineapples need to grow in higher temperatures and moisture temperatures, and they take about a year to grow. You
Yep.
know,
Oh, they are very slow to grow.
they
Yeah.
take forever to grow, and so if you don't keep it, like say if you work in if you have a more say like England and stuff where it's always wet and it's always rainy and it's
Cold
never very
most of the
sunny
time.
and it's cold most of the time, you're not gonna grow it. You're not
Yep.
gonna grow it. You're gonna
That's
have to
why they're
greenhouse
so
it. You're gonna have to
expensive.
greenhouse it like crazy.
Heck, back in the medieval times, kinda like Renaissance
Mhm.
periods,
Pineapple was a delicacy.
it was delicacy, and people bought them just to show them off, not even
Yep.
eat them.
Yep.
That's
Pineapple
true.
was
Like,
a-
oh, hey,
was
look,
a
I'm so
massive
rich, I can
delicacy.
afford to have a pineapple here. Look at it in
Yes.
all its glory, and it's
when they
splendor.
do like ball parties and stuff too. So yeah, you just kind of want more of a moist, high temperature that can afford year round. Because literally, like the pineapple fields that if you ever come to Oahu, especially, it's just left out all year round.
Mhm.
It's just this massive field in central Oahu, and it just
We drive
and it
past
just goes. Oh yeah, you go past it all the time, and then you go to
Yeah.
the plantation fields.
when you go from
So
central
yeah,
to north.
it's in a sense like a cactus plant. You just leave it there and just let it go.
Eat it when you want it.
But yeah, at the same time, again with the topic on toppings, it just comes down to like toppings are toppings. You put whatever you want on your own pizza. That's it.
Well, let's wrap up this topic by saying,
Yes.
what is everybody's
Where-
favorite topic? What is everybody's
Starting a
favorite
poll.
topping on your pizza? Let's have a. You want to start a poll? Or
Oh, that's
people
that's not a
just-
poll for toppings.
Yeah,
so
I want.
Deep thin crust.
Let's hear what Chad has to say. What's your favorite topping on pizza? And you guys go. Did we already went over our favorites, right?
Our combination. Well, yeah, my combination is always going to be hand toss, white crust, or not white crust, hand toss with white sauce, Alfredo sauce, with either chicken or mostly just chicken sometimes, but definitely mushroom spinach, with a pesto drizzle.
Mm-hmm.
And then I usually finish it with a Parmesan butter crust.
Okay.
Okay, for closing
Yeah.
up the topic, Delif has given us a
This
nice
is-
graph.
I think this is actually a great way to start. Leave our topic, but I will also read everybody's favorite toppings as well as not. But let's take a look at Delif's topic.
That's very
diagram.
accurate too.
So I don't know what's with the clocks here, but they
Time.
You'll
seem
see.
time.
You'll see.
Okay.
Pizza time.
So
Take
let's
many
write
time
the
for
right.
make, not much time.
So we have thin crusts, not as big, feed normal, not as much time. That's good. That's very good. Then we go to deep dish, big lot of food, feed many, take many time for make. And in the center, pizza, yummy pizza. That is such a poetic Venn diagram I've never seen. This actually goes on par with that waffle.
What we
versus-
discussed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is great. This actually brings up,
beautiful.
this
This
is
will be
beautiful.
posted to our Twitter account. You can follow us at Debate Tymes Pod on
I
Instagram.
am not making a different account for this.
And the Times Pod on Twitter.
It's okay. It's in 1920 by 1080.
It is.
Okay. Let's take a
It's in
5-minute
16:9,
break.
man.
We'll take a 5-minute break and if you guys need to get water, go ahead. We'll just sit here and talk if we need to, and then we'll start on our next topic. Aloha, everybody. Now, this is, like I said, where the podcast will take a 5-minute break. To the VOD, you'll see what we actually talk about during the break, but I would like to just cut it into the next segment because this is just an episode for our Debate Tymes podcast. I do want to go clarify some things. Number one, I'm a dude from Hawaii, if that's not obvious from what we just said. I have been streaming for 6 years and whatnot, and the friends that I brought in for the voice chat are friends that I thought were great just to talk about, and some great, we have great chemistry with each other. I also would like to say this is our pilot episode. This is our very first thing I've done. I know if you were listening that my audio was a bit soft, and I'm trying to fix it right now as we speak. I'm editing this video as we speak, but please be patient. If you have any feedback, go ahead and let me know in the comments, and yeah, we'll get right back to it. Thank you very much, and back to the podcast. Okay, and with that, we are back. We're gonna start off on our second topic, and it's called croissant versus biscuit. We had the discussion what exactly, like, which biscuits we're talking about.
Yeah, I was about to ask, what defines the biscuit?
I think we're just like American biscuit.
Because the English biscuit's like a cookie.
Yeah, that's what I mean. So
yeah,
I think
English, Australian, UK.
I think we're just talking about the Southern biscuit, and it's just bread, and you can
the one you use for like biscuits and gravy, the ones you use for like the McDonald's biscuit stuff. Yeah, the lobster biscuits.
Yeah,
you guys decide in all your.
So we're talking about the U.S. The U.S. and Canadian
the U.S.
biscuit.
Southern biscuit. That's what
the North American biscuit.
The North American. That's a very good way.
Because U.S. and Canada is the ones who use it a lot.
All biscuits are.
So the most common one that we're gonna use is like the buttermilk biscuit, is what everyone refers to.
So yeah we're talking about. But yes, to be exact. Also, good morning, Bubble. Well, to be exact, we're going to be talking about what did you guys say? The English. The fucking
buttermilk.
The croissant versus the buttermilk biscuit.
Croissant versus buttermilk biscuit.
That's a bit of a. I'm not really sure if that's really even a debate, because that's like two completely different.
Yeah, it depends on what you're eating. It's
not like how the pizza, where it's like the different style of pizza. This is just, I guess, in a nutshell, it's different breads.
Yeah,
it really is. And if we kind of have if we're on a stalemate on this, we'll move on to the next topic. But we'll see how far we can get with this.
I guess when you think croissant, we're thinking of the traditional triangle rolled croissants, right?
I'm thinking like the circle,
the triangle rolled baked with and then you curl it.
Yeah,
because there are croissant biscuits.
And it's very flaky. It's a very flaky but very soft on the inside type of pastry.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if you want to talk about muffin versus cupcake, you can join my Discord and we'll do food debate recommendation.
Yeah.
Unless we want to skip this one and just go straight to the muffin versus cupcake, it really is.
No matter. I'm down for any kind of discussion.
I've already started my chart.
Billy, can you change it quickly to muffin versus cupcake?
Okay.
It's gonna take some doing, but you can manage it.
I'm gonna just say I'll check mark Charlie's
our producer. Billy is our producer.
Yes. All right. So wipe away whatever we were just talking about. This is our next new topic: muffin versus cupcake.
I'll change the title.
Now that is something. Thank you.
Shall I put episode 1 in it too?
You could. Yeah.
That's a funny cupcake.
I want to live my life just one day looking through Delif's eyes, just as a passenger.
He's just smiling.
To see what he sees.
He's just smiling and said, "That's a funny cupcake." All right. So, what is our thoughts on both muffin and cupcake? What do we prefer more? What do we?
Are we going for like a dessert muffin, like a?
I mean, because cupcake.
Like
do you eat cupcakes for breakfast? Would you?
No, you wouldn't. It's like a mini cake.
So then we're talking about. We're talking about a muffin that we would eat on dessert. I mean, I guess there's such a thing, right?
Like chocolate chip or blueberry. I would like a blueberry as a dessert. That's good.
I make cupcake singularity.
I think I'm on the side of muffins because they're bigger usually.
Okay.
They don't have the icky icing, and
You know,
you just
yeah.
We're just looking at blanket statement like cupcakes and muffins because of course there's gonna be variations. There's variations of everything.
Muffins are usually
But
bigger.
we're looking at your general common everyday buttermilk biscuit or not sorry
Buttermilk
muffin.
I'm so sorry. The system is already screwed up, but that's okay. We'll roll with it. Okay.
We'll do it live.
We'll do it live. This is our.
We also got a poll
pilot.
going up in the chat.
If you would like to click on that poll, go ahead and see whatever you prefer. If it's
you have cupcake or muffin.
Cupcake or muffin, yes. So CJ, why do you prefer muffin over the other? I know you said already.
You get more out of it.
You get more.
I
mean, you're not wrong because the muffins are usually bigger than cupcakes.
Yeah, usually. There's more varieties. You can get like a poppy seed muffin. You can get like blueberry, chocolate chip, pretty much any type of fruit, like a banana nut muffin. That makes me randy just thinking about that. Just a nice, fresh, hot banana nut muffin.
That does sound very good. A banana muffin does sound very good. But if we're talking on the side of cupcakes, I mean, it's a cake, so you can make.
It's a mini cake.
Better. Yeah.
Yeah, you could.
The thing
it's
is,
so many you could fit it in a cup.
It's the icing though that I get with you, CJ. Sometimes I am so looking forward to the icing of cupcakes, but sometimes it's like this is too much. This is too sweet.
Most of the time you get too much icing. In my cases, like when I was a kid, I just lick the icing off and not eat but that was kid palate. And now as an adult, I'm like, that's too much. I can't have that much sugar.
Yeah.
It makes my tumbly rumbly.
Wait, hold on one sec. Chat, how am I looking? How's the stream health? I'm getting red, but how does it? Is it good? Are we good?
Oh, I'm not looking at that right now. 1 second.
We're gonna take a bit of
at least you have
1 sec.
quality options.
So
okay, so moving on to, I found articles here. Doing my research. So the difference between a cupcake and a muffin, cupcake recipes generally have more sugar and fat than muffins and may include ingredients like whipped eggs and even mayo for texture. And that's just from the cupcake itself. Muffins, on the other hand, are typically mixed with what they call the muffin method, no matter what flavor they use. The muffin method is defined by mixing the dry and wet ingredients in their own bowls and gently combining them. Some people do that with cupcakes, but it's generally more... Muffins are generally less sugar, more fruit, more whole grains. So I wouldn't even say, I guess, for lack of a better term, muffins tend to be more on the healthier side. In their content in itself, in the bread content in itself, regardless of extra toppings you're adding to it, yes, the cupcakes are going to be a lot more higher content of calories and carbs than it would be in a muffin. Muffins can often be more savory than sweet too.
I'm a fan of that savory.
Yeah, because some muffins tend to use like, I've seen like vegetables and like cheese and different kinds of stuff. They make it more like a breakfast. Yeah, I mean, of course you could do that with a cupcake, but it's more like
muffins are denser too.
They can be, yeah, they can definitely be. Yeah, so muffin generally has muffin and cupcakes. The real difference between them is how they're mixed.
Okay.
And the cupcakes in general will be more leaning on the sweeter side because they have a higher sugar and fat content. So if you're gonna make a healthier cupcake, you may as well just make a muffin. If you're gonna use less ingredients than that, yeah.
Okay, so here's a question though: if you were at the store and you had to choose one of them. Because for some reason one of them's on sale. I don't know. This is just a really weird.
Okay, regardless of putting all that out there. Well, that's why we have their poll going out. Which one do you prefer? My personal pick will probably be muffin. Because I'm old man like that.
Yeah, I have to agree with Dane.
As a child, 100% cupcake.
The worst part about some cupcakes nowadays is you get that icing and it feels like it's just coating your mouth in plastic.
But that's like the factory made. That's the factory made cupcake.
Yeah.
What if it's like made from a local bakery, say? Like, you know, they made
even
their cake
yourself.
really. You make it yourself.
They made the icing themselves. It shouldn't, coat your bad. You get that bad mouth feel.
The icing, it really needs to be very light and kind of, I would think, more like a mousse on the mousse side. It needs to be light, just like the cake. It needs to be a bit airy.
On the topic of cupcake, what type of cupcake do you prefer?
Oh, that's a good
What
question.
goes into your cupcake? And then we can do the same. What goes into your muffin?
Chantilly.
No, that's nothing wrong with that.
I
lean towards more of the red velvet cream
Red
cheese.
velvet's good. Red velvet's
That
good.
is good. That is good.
Yeah.
Not good as a tea, but good as a muffin.
Basic cupcake, just vanilla main, says Cult Leader. Vanilla.
Yeah,
main.
I agree with Cult Leader.
I mean, there's nothing wrong.
Dude.
Nothing. There is nothing wrong with
we're
vanilla.
just asking what people like.
Yeah, there's absolutely nothing. I mean, vanilla is good. I mean, I would eat if somebody has a plate of vanilla cupcakes. I'm gonna be like,
Oh yeah.
cupcakes.
What I like to do is, and I've done this before when I baked my own cupcakes. I like to do like with jelly filling.
Wait, what's a marble muffin?
Oh,
It's
I've seen
like a
those.
vanilla chocolate kind of mix.
Wait,
Yeah, it's
what?
Like a swirl.
What? Oh, that sounds delightful.
So
good.
yeah, it's a swirl. It's a swirl muffin.
I've never heard of that. I mean, like, I'm pretty sure
Foodland.
I had it, but I never
Foodland.
knew that was okay. I guess I'm going to Foodland next time. Or no,
You specifically
I'm not
go to
going to Foodland.
farms. Go to farms. Foodland farms.
I don't trust Foodland at the moment.
Excuse me?
I don't trust it right now.
Why? What happened?
Recent cleanings.
Oh, they've been doing that? Really?
I don't know how recent it was. They had two cases.
Oh, your location. That's right.
Yep.
Yeah. Sorry, because I
Shocked
don't.
that Justin didn't know what marble means. I didn't. I mean,
It's like
I'm
that
pretty
rock.
sure I would have eaten a marble cupcake.
Well,
but I've never.
marbling is like the swirling of colors.
See that I didn't
Technical
know.
Marble's
marbling.
the
I mean,
rock.
That I didn't know.
have
I mean,
you had like an actual marble, like the ball and stuff? You notice how
Yeah,
they always have
you
that
know,
weird coloring to
that
it?
does make sense. Marble. Okay. I have a dark chocolate
Yeah.
velvet cupcake with chocolate cream cheese. Oh,
Dark chocolate's always
good.
cream
Yep.
cheese icing.
Fire bubble, yeah.
Oh
Dark
my
chocolate
God.
velvet cupcake.
How's everyone's debate
I've
going?
never heard of a dark chocolate velvet.
going
though.
good,
I'm actually
Lee.
interested in that one.
I think
Dark-
I finished.
You did?
I think.
But before we before we reveal that, because it's not time yet, we're almost
I
we
know.
still
I
got.
know.
What is your
chocolate velvet? What
what
does
is
that
your
go
favorite?
into that? I'm gonna
Yeah,
look at that.
what is yours?
what is your favorite? What do you prefer out of the two, muffin or cupcake? And what's your favorite flavor?
I like a good banana muffin.
Banana
like
muffin?
banana
Very
nut
good.
I'm in a
muffin.
class.
Shortcake cupcake. Okay, now we're going into strawberry shortcake as a cake is,
Those like personal little strawberry shortcakes
Mhm.
that has like the
Yeah.
input. Oh my
I'm reading up the
god!
ingredients
I
Yeah.
can
of
eat
what
my
goes into
weight in
a
those.
velvet.
I'm not a big fan of strawberries.
Yeah,
Why
banana
not?
muffins are a really simple go-to.
Uh,
Good in potassium.
Looks like
For
the
some
poll has
reason,
ended.
whenever-
Wait,
and
what was that?
people prefer muffins over cupcake.
Whenever I taste strawberries,
Mm-hmm.
they're always bitter. Never sweet to my tongue.
Did you have sugar with it?
No. Are we talking about actual fresh strawberries or strawberry in general?
Just strawberry.
Okay, so how are you with like strawberry flavor, like in like a jam or jelly type of a
Like,
deal?
Like in a candy.
If I'm having a PB&J and there's strawberry
Yeah.
jam, usually I only taste the peanut butter.
Oh,
so-
interesting. Yeah, so that's
Huh.
something to do with your taste buds
Yeah,
reacting
you might
to it.
be. Yeah, you might just not
Because
be able to taste
I can
strawberry that
understand
well.
a lot of people tend to think that fresh strawberries are not nearly as sweet as their obvious counterpart with like the jellies and the jams and stuff. I'm like, well, it's because it's not filled with sugar.
And you have to
Um,
be. There's a art to picking strawberries too. Take one of my great
Wash your
uncles.
damn strawberries.
One of my great uncles used to have a little like strawberry thing in his yard, and we'd go there every year to get some. And
Mm-hmm.
you have to pick out the good ones, otherwise you're gonna get something sour.
Oh yeah. Plus they don't last very long.
They don't. You have to freeze them. Like,
they're not as bad as avocados, because avocados are like not ready, ready, done, not ready.
You get a good week of them being ready on the bush, and then you can freeze them.
Yeah.
True. Frozen strawberries are usually pretty good.
I like using them to make smoothies.
Oh yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Erica, our first year together, she told me about this extraordinary combination of strawberries, sour cream, and brown sugar.
Yep,
and
you just put it on a plate. You put sour cream and brown sugar on a plate, and you dip your strawberries in.
The sour cream already. When she told me about it, the sour cream was already like, that's I don't know about the sour cream.
With that, I will up the ante with that. A really good replacement for sour cream is actually Greek yogurt.
Oh yeah, yeah.
A lot of people don't believe that, but if you try plain Greek yogurt, I honestly will say it tastes exactly like sour cream without all the crap that comes with it.
Yeah.
And I've done that where I've done strawberries, Greek yogurt, and brown sugar.
Yeah.
The idea of sour cream, you wouldn't really think too much of that on a
She was this is literally one of the things she's like, you don't knock it till you try it. And let me say, I did not knock on it when I tried it. That thing is like so good. You don't even taste the sour in the sour cream. It literally is just cream with sugar and the strawberry. And
I'm kind of embarrassed to admit this, but I got one of those "don't knock it till you try it" type of foods.
Really?
I don't know if I want to say it. Yeah, it's a sandwich. You take bananas, cut them up, and you put mayonnaise on the bread, and put the bananas there and eat that.
I like my mayo. I'm a mayo guy, but I don't know what.
Ooh, you might like that.
I can see how it works.
I would see it too. It's just
it's something I eat a lot.
Bananas tend to mix really well with almost anything.
I had a couple of my friends try. You know, when I made one, I like cut it up into like fourths and like had them try it, and they all spit it out. Every single one of my friends.
It's definitely more of an acquired taste, I think.
Yeah.
Chocolate and bananas are good.
Oh yeah, chocolate, banana, peanut butter.
Ooh.
Those mix really easily.
Ooh, chocolate.
Yeah.
And
so when are we getting
butter.
banana flavored Reese's?
That would be an honestly good idea.
You know,
I mean, you can get yourself a banana.
Wait, here's a political call out to them.
Reese's.
But hey, Reese's, if you want to come sponsor the podcast, we just gave you your next idea.
This is a pilot episode. I'm already asking for sponsors.
They will sponsor us. Brought to you by the new flavor of Reese's, banana flavored.
All right, Reese's. This is an original idea that one of the members have thought that we are trademarking at this moment. Is we will put a banana flavored in the Reese's Pieces, and I would that is a.
I'm actually gonna do that. I'm gonna buy
Question.
Reese's cups, and I'm gonna cut up banana and
actually
place it on top and eat it.
Dane, why don't? Oh yes.
Take a banana, unpeel it, take Reese's Pieces, put them in a banana, eat the banana.
That's what I just said. Yeah.
Dane, why don't you? Well, you guys can try this too.
I'll make it happen.
I don't think I'm gonna go grocery shopping so anytime soon. So go ahead and go get yourself a banana Reese's peanut butter cups. Try it out. And tell us what happens on the next stream or the next podcast. I would love to hear your thoughts.
Reese's right now. 1 second.
No.
I'm at Reese's.
Oh, I actually wanted to say something.
What's up?
I made a really I made a dip for tortilla chips.
Okay, what's the dip?
Well, it's sour cream, and then you put the spices that you would put in taco meat in it. And you mix it together, and then you just...
So you're using taco seasoning in your sour cream?
Yep.
And you eat the chips with that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't
see that as an issue at all.
I can see that being good.
I don't see why people haven't used that before.
Are you using like the entire taco seasoning meant for like a pound of meat?
No.
That's a lot of seasoning.
All right.
No, I can see that. I don't see that really as an issue.
Good.
I mean, if you make if you want to make like really fancy taco nachos, it's usually what you do right there. You make taco ground beef and then you throw that sucker on some nachos and whatnot.
Nachos without the cheese.
I think it would be better
with some nacho cheese
without the cheese and meat. Yeah.
You throwing some jalapenos in there?
Jalapeno.
Okay, I just thought about it. I don't think Reese's could do the banana thing because that means the shelf date would be very short.
What if they just got the
Yeah,
vanilla
but what if
flavor?
it's not real banana?
What if
Yeah,
they
just
put
the
it in the
plain-
ice cream? No, what if they do ice cream? What if they did?
Ooh.
I am
Oh.
buying Reese's ice cream right now.
Yeah, I
I'm
know.
gonna go slice. I'm gonna make a banana split out of it.
Because
Ice
that's
cream
the.
is
I would think that would be the best way to, increase the shelf life of a banana flavor. Is just put in an
Well,
ice
I don't-
cream.
Yeah. If they did that with like banana pieces and stuff,
Yeah.
that would work.
All right, we're
That would
getting
be
off
really good.
tangent here, but Deleef, would you like to share us your Venn diagram for today's topic,
Yeah.
for the last topic? All right, let's see it. So again, this was a topic for muffin versus cupcake.
I love
And
the
this is-
pictures.
So we'll start on the
Yeah,
right
I
again.
They make me
The low
squint.
poly pictures.
He put it over the. He put it over the initial topic. All right, so we'll start with the muffin. All right. Normally fruit fill, sometime artificial. Dounce.
Damn.
Usually drier. Not as many sugar. Okay.
Sugar.
So we have cupcake,
Oh my god, the center.
icing,
Sorry.
sometimes too much, a lighter, easier on the tum, moist,
Ew.
sugar, and in the middle, the snack that smiles back, dessert.
Desert.
Desert. Yeah, sorry, desert. Sorry. It's desert.
By the way, the cupcake was the one that I was laughing at.
I
It's
think
a
so.
funny picture.
A turkey cupcake.
It's a funny picture.
It's a Thanksgiving cupcake. That's like Reese's Pieces on it.
10 out of 10, Deleef. Another 10 out of 10.
Another 10 out of 10. We need to get you a
Sick
text
man.
channel. I'm getting you a text channel just for you to put inside these pictures. Oh,
Oh,
that's great.
Paint
Great.
creations.
Yeah, allow only Deleef access to it.
Yeah, I'm only gonna allow. It's gonna be the Leaf artist, and it's just a Leaf. Okay.
I mean, we already have art.
We do, but this is for
We need one
this is for
dedicated to you, Deleef.
yeah, this is a debate times Venn diagram. We need a category just for that. Okay, so we're done with that topic. I hope everybody enjoyed. We're gonna take another break, and then we'll get into the food news. Justin, do the cue the food news.
There you go. Da-da-da-da-da-da.
Aloha, everybody. This is Justin from the past future, aka the Justin that was currently editing the podcast episode. I'd like to say I am so very sorry if you heard a bunch of background noise coming from my microphone. That was because at the time I didn't realize there was so much noise going on. And number two, I'm not very good with audio. I'm still learning how to, equalize and making sure, everybody's being heard. So this is a learning process for me, and I hope that it's better for future podcasts. Well, for starters, I'm actually using a software that's helping me reduce background noise. I don't think you can hear anything. My fan is literally blowing on me, and I don't think you hear anything. So that's good. That's what we're definitely going to be using for the next episode. But if you're still here, thank you very much. And if you'd like to see more, feel free to not only subscribe to this YouTube channel, but also subscribe and follow my Twitch channel at twitch.tv/JustinTimes. I'm usually live around Mondays through Fridays, maybe sometimes Saturdays, Hawaii time, 6:30 to 11 p.m. That's usually my time. I'm a variety streamer too, so if you want to see a variety of games being played, come over to my channel. And that's enough plugging. I think we should go back to the podcast. All right? See you later. Enjoy the rest of the podcast. And with that, we are back. I hope everybody enjoyed that non-existent ad that we had.
I'll find a way
Okay.
to make an ad.
Please
That's
don't.
why I said it. That's why I
Please
said it
don't.
when I said it.
Deleef's gonna have a big screen that says ad in black text.
It's okay.
Hi,
The challenge
Bailey. Have a
accepted.
great day. All right, boys. I have a question for three of you. Not me. I'm not
No.
doing myself.
Yes.
When was the last time you went to McDonald's, Dane? I understand that health-wise you cannot, so I guess it's
I
just for
shouldn't. Well,
CJ and
no one
Leaf.
really should, to be fair.
Yeah.
You really
But
shouldn't.
yeah,
but
lack of a better term, it's been over 3 months, and that's even before my health scare. I'm just not a fan of McDonald's, to be honest.
All right. Okay. So CJ DeLeaf, when was the last time you guys went to McDonald's?
Today.
Today.
Oh.
And you said you got yourself a McChicken, yeah? During the break.
Mim Chimkin.
McChimpkin.
Mm.
CJ?
That's gonna be on the diagram.
CJ?
I'm calling it.
I don't think I've actually had an actual McDonald's burger in, oh God,
Who said burger?
4 years.
4 years. So wait, you haven't actually gone to McDonald's that long?
No, I have not gone to McDonald's. I don't eat much fast food. If I do, it's like maybe Hardee's.
Okay.
Or-
So CJ,
What's up?
how many burgers you think you could eat in a 24-hour span?
What size burgers are we talking about?
Like the
We're doing like
McDoubles.
quarter pounds
We're doing
or
McDoubles.
McDoubles. We'll do
Give me,
McDoubles.
give me
If-
size
if I-
burgers for that.
It's the McDouble is different from the double cheeseburger for people who don't know. Surprisingly, the difference is it's just one less slice of cheese.
Ha!
I could maybe
Yep.
eat like
The
if I
slice of
push
cheese.
myself, if I don't care about my body.
So
probably
you
like
know what the
4 of
size
them
of
a day.
a hamburger, right? The
Yeah.
McDonald's hamburger has a real thin patty, so just double it up with the
I
one
could
slice
probably
of
eat
cheese.
4 of those in a day if I don't care about my body.
So, $100. We'll say you have to eat 20 in 24 hours.
Oh,
Would
I
you
don't
be
know
able
if
to
I
do
could
that?
Would you
I
be
don't
able
think I
to
could
do
do that.
it? Yeah.
Honestly, don't
Oh.
think. I could
Actually,
force
I
myself
don't.
to do
I
that.
don't think I could do that.
I got
That's
that. I
such
got
a-
that idea. I got that idea
I
from a
could.
different podcast.
I mean, we could do a challenge, and then we'll see. We'll record our experiences. You guys want to do that?
I don't think I could.
I don't think we should.
Yeah, that too. I mean, listen, we
Why
changed
not?
it from
Yourself.
burger to McChicken, and
it's
you,
one of
you
those like
got me.
$1 million butt, kind of. Yeah.
Don't if you die, all the doctors are busy. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, exactly. So that's what I
Okay.
said. Like, let's not.
So
Plus, if we're gonna do this,
I don't know. I think
like,
it'd be
I
funny.
want to do it in person so we can film it.
we
Yeah.
should be able. Yeah, that's true. All right.
So,
We'll put that aside. We'll
yeah,
pocket that.
but
for
it'll
now.
be pretty funny.
Okay, since we're on the
So-
topic of McDonald's, those who don't know, yesterday, the rapper or artist Travis Scott announced that he was collaborating with McDonald's.
you post up an article on the screen.
Me.
Hey, guess what? I already did.
Oh, nice.
So
All I see is
McDonald's
fire.
is working with Travis Scott. I actually I don't really listen to his music, or I don't really know too much about this guy, but apparently he's collaborated with McDonald's, and apparently he's called Cactus Jack. I haven't that much research I haven't done, but basically it's a quarter pounder with cheese and bacon and lettuce, medium fries with barbecue sauce, and some Sprite. And
Does it have to be a Sprite too?
Right.
yeah, that's his
Oh, it
favorite meal.
is.
Yeah.
It literally is a
McDonald's
meal.
Right.
Now-
be
Turkey
like,
fries with
oh.
tangy barbecue sauce. Okay.
McDonald's yesterday tweeted out, "Tell Cactus Jack sent ya." Basically, go tell your cashier, your local McDonald's cashier, that Cactus Jack sent ya. I was confused a little bit. A lot of people were confused about it because,
Especially me.
especially Dane, who is a
For those
wrestling.
that don't know,
Go ahead, take it
yeah,
away.
just I'm everything wrestling. My whole life is consumed by wrestling. And for those that don't know, Cactus Jack is a Hall of Fame wrestler that's competed for 80s, 70s, and all that stuff by the name of, also under the name Cactus Jack. You may know him as other characters. Mick Foley is his real name. You know him as Mankind, Dude Love.
I know.
You know,
that-
there's
I know who
the
you're talking
three
about.
faces of Foley.
I know who you're talking about now.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, or Mankind, the guy with the weird mask and the creepy thing, and the "Have a nice day," that kind of stuff.
He
His,
got
one of
thrown
his
off the Hell in a Cell.
the thrown off the Hell in a Cell against the Undertaker, Unforgiven 1999.
16
So the Cactus Jack moniker was his original moniker before he showed up, And so whenever I see the name Cactus Jack, I immediately go into the hardcore legend.
Yeah. So here,
So it really threw me off.
have Dane, someone who's really into wrestling, see Cactus Jack trending on Twitter for the longest time. That would confuse a lot of people. And when you click on it and they just see a bunch of tweets saying, tell Cactus Jack sent you. Of course, everybody's be like, wait, who are we talking about? Who is this Cactus Jack? Who's Travis Scott? I'm confused. Of course, that already spawned a bunch of memes and a lot of funny tweets happened. As you can see, I'm trying to pull up. Basically, McDonald's employees when kids pull up ordering the Travis Scott burger with sicko mode blasting, and
I see that.
Yeah.
I see that. I'm
So-
looking at the trendings.
I mean, this was according to a lot of Travis Scott fans, it was a really great collaboration, but it also spawned a lot of funny memes out of it. Especially this next one. Kid kept asking for the Travis Scott burger, so I went sicko mode on them, and then it's just Ronald McDonald getting pulled away. Okay, I don't know why there's advertisements here, but you kind of get the deal. It basically spawned a bunch of memes and a lot
Sicko
of
mode sauce?
I don't.
Are you seeing that too?
No.
I just want to know the reference to Cactus Jack. Is it in one of his songs? Is it?
I would assume so, but I don't think there's. Is there any Travis Scott listeners in the chat right now? Because we are, as somebody who doesn't listen to his music, I'm kind of confused. Yeah, the fries come with a sauce. Like, this is a whole $6 meal. Like, you get everything that it says, even with the Sprite. Although I think they just give you a cup if you order it on.
Wait, is that the guy who started selling like $90 McChicken pillows?
I don't even know if he did or didn't, to be honest.
I honestly don't
I
know.
wouldn't know what to tell you.
I mean, is that why I saw the partnership? Travis Scott also dropped a line of McDonald's themed merch in collaboration with his record label Cactus Jack. It's his record label. Wait, what?
Okay.
Which includes fun
Okay.
items like this gigantic nugget body pillow. That actually.
What shape is those? It's not in one of the shapes. Nothing like
Funny.
boot or.
Oh,
It's-
I'm seeing this now.
It's $90. Oh, that's a $90 body pillow. That is interesting. Do not sell my
Yeah.
personal information. What is going? Cactus. What?
It's
Hold
just
on.
back taking your personal info.
McDonald.
So, Travis Scott must really like McDonald's because all his merch is
Mhm.
McDonald's related.
I mean, we've seen stuff like this with McDonald's before.
Yeah.
Like a lot of people remember. I mean, I guess if you're of the age, if you guys remember the McJordan burger.
That's true, yeah.
From when Michael Jordan was a huge hit, you know, they did that.
Wait, is it
They
textured?
brought back.
Actually,
They do the Szechuan sauce from because of the Rick
Yeah.
and Morty fandom.
Oh,
You know, there
that
was
was a whole
that.
thing. That was a whole
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
and the sauce wasn't that bad. It
That's
wasn't.
fine.
It
It's
wasn't
whatever.
enough to like bring it back. It was okay. It wasn't. I need to have more. It was like that's a fun blast from the past. I only had Szechuan sauce once when I was little.
What I'm curious about is that Mick Foley owns the copyright names to Cactus Jack.
Does he?
He does. It's trademarked for him, and he's always had it. I don't know if he still continues to have it in 2020 because
Probably
he's no
got
longer.
paid for that.
No, because he's retired and all that stuff, of
Ah.
course. But for like merchandising sales wise,
Doesn't The Rock own his name?
he owns
The
his
Rock.
name. Yes.
By
So
the
if
way-
you use any type of if you use it in combination of like
Dwayne.
that, you have to. There's when it comes to trademarks, it doesn't mean where it's like, oh, anytime you say the words "The Rock," it's like immediately like banned and stuff. It's for specific things.
It's like
So
when you
I'm not
use it as
too
branding
sure.
or something.
Yeah, so I'm not too sure how Mick Foley has anything, and it's not like he's going to be attacking Travis either because he made a funny tweet about it. He's like, well, I don't know, I haven't been to McDonald's in years.
Sean says if
You
it's
know?
from a separate industries, it's usually okay. Oh.
Most times, yeah, as I said, but that's why there's that you have to look into what the trademark entails.
Yeah.
But obviously, like I said, I don't think he is going to. But the thing is, we've seen people who do these promotions without a care in the world about who they're breaking trademarks with and all that kind of stuff. So
Yeah.
that's the only reason why I question it. So, but whatever.
I'm
Still,
thinking they get paid people to use it. They get paid like WWE
or
whoever
whoever,
owns the
yeah.
trademark to use it.
hmm
Well, I guess
So that's the whole point of having trademarks. You're paying to own, for X amount of years, to own within a certain jurisdiction of however it's being used. So,
Well, yeah, if
just
we
curious.
come back to it, does anybody want to try out this Cactus Jack meal? This Travis Scott meal? I mean, it's not.
From what I'm looking at the burger, I don't see it as an issue. It's just a quarter pounder with bacon and lettuce.
I usually
that's
have
it.
mine plain anyways.
Crazy. That's
Just
nothing.
So-
where's my chance?
No. It still has all the other stuff like the onions and the pickles and everything in it. So he's adding bacon and lettuce to already quarter pounder. And then the fries with
try
the
it.
tangy barbecue, I'm like, that's fine. Most people, when they eat their nuggets, if they have leftover sauce, what do? You dip your fries in it.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know about you, but I've seen it all the time.
McDonald's in 3
I'll
years.
do it. And then Sprite, whatever, it's
It's
Sprite.
Sprite.
Yeah, it's right.
It really is
The
just Sprite.
Sprite has extra bubbles.
And I don't think that's
Isn't-
like a specific Sprite.
Isn't
It's
like McDonald's
specific.
Sprite different than
Yeah.
regular Sprite?
McDonald's Sprite and McDonald's, all their Coca-Cola syrups are different. They're specifically catered and specifically
Bigger kick.
made for their restaurant. That's why when you see the Coca-Cola thing, it says original taste on it. It tastes nothing like a bottle or a can.
That's true.
Or another fountain if you go to like Jack in a Box, where
Mhm.
they do have Coke brand. So yes, McDonald's has a different from what I've seen from employees that work there, their Coke machine lines, if you go into the back, they have their own like giant, it looks like like a water heater.
Mhm.
And it's not all mixed in there. That's pretty nasty. The way it works is you have a CO2 tank separated from the syrup, and then it pushes through, mixing in with the water, and that's what creates the soda itself. But yeah, they tend to have like this weird, like, looks like a water heater in the back.
Yeah.
So, but I'm not 100% too sure on exactly what is in it. I should look that up. McDonald's. No, not Taro Pie.
Mickey- Oh yeah. Since go ahead and do that, Dan. Let's just show this art again that Leaf has created. That is the M, the famous M from McDee's, and the
That's the wrapper, by the way.
Wait, what?
That's the wrapper.
That's the wrapper of the McChicken. Oh,
Yeah.
Mike Chicken.
it's the Mike Chicken.
Believe you're a treat. Believe you're a treat.
That's the wrapper.
Oh god.
I had a reference.
WRAPPER? Or just the rapper as in the man who raps?
I had a reference right here.
Okay,
Okay.
he's talking about the paper that it comes in.
Yeah.
So, okay, you guys ready?
Yep.
So typically, restaurants get their soda syrups in plastic bags. I, for one, can agree to that. It comes in like a
Agree to
box
that.
and you punch a hole in it, and then you connect it to the
It's
tubing.
so satisfying to punch a hole in it.
Yes, because you get to do full force punches to it.
You have to give it
You
some
have
beans.
to full force punch it.
You have to give it beans.
Dean,
Yeah, it's great.
Delete, you're being
Um,
called out. Bubble says that doesn't look like a Venn diagram.
There were
then
two
again-
circles,
Then again, we haven't gone over our second topic, so don't worry.
This is true. So,
but there's two circles. It's a Venn diagram.
Yeah.
Didn't interconnect.
So while most places will get their syrups in the plastic bags, Coca-Cola has a working relationship with McDonald's where their syrup is delivered in the stainless steel tanks, like I told you, with the big looks like water heaters. The reason for this, it keeps your soda fresher for longer times, and then once the syrup reaches the restaurant, Soda doesn't just become an afterthought. Both the syrup and the water, which goes through proper filtration methods, get pre-chilled before going into the soda fountain.
Wait, what?
Ooh.
Other places use
Ooh.
a dispenser itself to chill lukewarm water. That's why whenever you get from a soda fountain, you have to put ice. Another thing is most people that have top loader ice machines for their soda fountains, that also pre-chills the lines. And that's why your soda can come out if you get no ice, it's still kind of cold.
Mhm.
But that stainless steel tank is kept cold.
Huh.
And that's the reason why it tends to have a sweeter taste.
Okay, that's interesting.
Yeah.
You learn
I
something
don't
new.
like
I just knew
steel.
they tasted different. I didn't know the exact
It
science
maintains
behind it.
that's why you ever notice like the soda maintains its fizz too. It doesn't get flat so quickly
Yeah,
at
Yeah.
a McDonald's. Yeah, that's the reason.
That is a very interesting thing.
Makes
Oh, and
dollars.
this is something that they mentioned too. They also have different straws than you typically use. The reason for their straws are wider, so that you can drink more at one hit, and it hits all your taste buds faster. So they have fatter
Wha-
straws.
Well, wow. Okay.
we got some real
Science.
scientists working for McDonald's.
Science.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I've
Also, good luck
We-
at school,
uh,
Bailey.
CJ, you follow like Achievement Hunter Rooster Teeth, right, and stuff.
Yeah, usually.
So Chef Mike.
Yeah, I know, Chef, but he's left McDonald's though.
Yeah, I know. And then he was a spokesperson for Wendy's for a while. What was
There's
it,
a whole
Carl?
science to it.
I forgot who's he with now. I don't think it's Wendy's. But anyways, there used to be a McDonald's chef that used to talk about all that kind of stuff too, of the different science and research that they do. Because he was a McDonald's chef that worked in their what was his official title?
He was like head chef.
He was like a head chef for innovation and stuff. So when they come up with the new ideas and stuff,
He was in the kitchen just throwing meat together, trying to get new flavors out of it.
coming up with the science behind everything. 'Cause it's so easy to just be like, yeah, I like bacon, I like this, let's throw it together. Cool. But you gotta
How
figure
much
out like
bacon?
how
How
much
many
bacon,
pieces?
what's the ratio, what type of bacon,
Oh,
what pairs
is
that with
important.
what type of meat, you know?
That is very.
Oh, do you
important.
know why the lettuce is shredded on McDonald's burgers?
Why?
Because it doesn't slide around as much if it was whole. If you
Oh.
have a whole piece of lettuce, it
You
doesn't
ever
have as
been to a
much,
Burger King or
separation.
Jack in the Box and your burger just falls apart after a couple
Yes,
bites?
I had a
It's
double
because the lettuce
Whopper.
isn't shredded.
Taco Bell's head chef must be high all the time. No, Taco Bell itself is in danger right now because they're taking away a lot of good. I'm sorry if you heard that. A lot of good items off the shelves.
Potatoes.
But isn't like Taco Bell have like 8? No, not even 8. Like 5 different ingredients, and it's just different ratios to each.
Yes.
Pretty much.
What are you doing with your burger? What are you doing with your burgers where it falls apart?
It's very messy.
Yeah.
It's messy. You
And
have to put it back
lettuce
together. Then
slides. Lettuce
Yeah.
is very slippery. It really is very slippery.
That is a very good thing to do. Is
McDonald's
just shred your
did
lettuce.
Shredding it gives it better grip.
Yeah, McDonald's was right in that regard. Sure, you're gonna drop some lettuce everywhere, but you're not gonna drop your entire burger out.
Even when you
Yeah.
see like professional like executive chefs when they make like executive burgers and stuff, it's shredded. It's shredded, or they'll do like a coleslaw. Ooh.
Ooh.
I've done that. I've
Listen,
made a
I'm not-
coleslaw on my burger.
I can make some good coleslaw. I'll tell
There
you
you
that
go.
right now.
Send
me
me
and
your
Southern.
recipe,
Send us recipe.
and I will replicate it as best I possibly can.
You gotta add a little bit of vinegar in there. That's a nice little
I
trick
like
for you.
that.
the
is a
lettuce on the McChicken.
Well, alrighty then.
So going on with the tangent about the Travis Scott burger, I'm gonna set up a poll.
Set a poll up and people can ask.
Would you eat the Travis
McChicken.
Scott, or what was it, the Cactus
Would you
Jack
eat
meal?
Travis Scott?
Would you? No, please don't.
I'm not.
Don't.
Make one of the options McChicken, please.
It's the Cactus Jack meal or the Travis Scott meal. Would you eat the Travis Scott meal? I guess that would be the question.
I have Laffy Tat.
Okay, great. How is
That
it?
means I have jokes.
Simple as that.
And for those,
Simple as that.
and just a reminder, it basically the Travis Scott meal is a quarter pounder with cheese, but with bacon and lettuce. You got your medium fries with a barbecue sauce, and then you have Sprite. That's basically the meal. It's $6. I mean, that's
It's not.
Not bad
It's
for
not
$6.
even. Yeah, and it's not like someone like it's a very weird combination where they're like, you're putting pickles in the fries, and it's like that's not usual,
Yeah.
but okay.
What
It-
do
Here we are.
packages and social
Question,
media
quick
share?
It's
What was
not
that, belief?
a bad idea.
What?
What?
What was that, belief?
What do packages and social media share?
What?
I don't think it's a joke. I think he's trying to figure out for his Venn diagram.
A
Oh,
post-poll system.
What?
It is
Oh
a
my
good
god, that's a joke.
Post-poll system. I have
Uh,
Laffy Taffy.
Okay.
What's
Anyways, well,
clever?
for
I forget what I was going to
$6,
say.
that is a good price. Obviously, for Alaska and Hawaii, prices are higher.
for limited time prices and
So it'd probably be like $7 for us.
One thing, one little side note. If you guys go to Wendy's, you know the whole put your fries in the frosty thing. You know that, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I did that a
Put their
lot.
chicken nuggets in this frosty.
Oh yeah, that's a thing.
That's good. That is very
Never
good
done
too.
that.
I get like a small side of chicken nuggets to do that now.
On another side note, the reason why it's only $6 is again like we discussed earlier about loss leaders. A lot of fast foods, Jack in the Box, Burger King, they will all do those those weird promotions and stuff for like why is it so cheap? Normally it's so much more expensive. Loss leader gets you to visit. And you know what? Oh look, yep, side of nuggets, side of fries, or milkshake. Loss leader.
A McFluffy, curry, not McFluffy.
Bubble has never had taffy. What?
I haven't had actual like saltwater.
You never had
taffy.
saltwater taffy, right?
But I've done the Laffy Taffies, especially the banana one.
You've
Oh my!
Chicken for the boys.
Every
I
time
like
me
the
and my
banana
dad go to
one.
Tennessee to fish, like on a fishing trip, there's this candy shop we go on the way back. We take a little detour to because they make
Mhm.
in-house saltwater taffy, and it is delicious.
They make it in a house.
yes.
Yes.
Yeah, they do.
The-
Delif.
Other things are made in-house in Delif.
Yeah.
Who's living there?
He sounds so like he's so doubtful about it.
Who makes the stuff?
Who's living in the house?
The person who makes the stuff.
The saltwater taffy.
It's unsanitary.
Is his name Laffy?
No.
Oh, I don't know. I'm just trying to channel my,
Doesn't
inner
live
belief. Remind me.
Oh my god. So I
What's
guess
clever and can fit in your hand?
What
Is it
what-
Laffy
what,
Taffy?
what is
A
that?
smartphone.
Oh, I get it. Nice.
Right. Yeah, that's what, I don't get it.
Okay, with that,
Alright.
should we move on to the next topic?
Sure.
Hard
Sure.
cut.
Nice
Hard
segue. Nice
Hard cut.
segue.
Nice segue into this. Perfect.
Mhm.
Well, we'll have that current poll going up for chat. Let's move on to our next topic with this awesome segue that Delete provided us. So these past couple, what, CJ? Months or a few months you've done
2
this?
months.
A couple months, CJ has been busy with making his tea tier list.
It's usually
Basically,
about 1 tea a day.
yeah. And you actually like bought a pack from Amazon, right?
Oh my
Yes.
god.
That looks like a ramblings of an old man. I'm gonna hold on. I'm gonna
Oh my
Yes.
God.
CJ.
Yeah,
delete.
delete.
I'm
What?
all right. Let's.
What?
All right. Okay. All right.
That's the Venn diagram.
So CJ, tell me about this pack that you bought from Amazon.
Well, it was. Let me look it up. I need to get you all the.
Send me the link to the
Which-
Amazon.
Oh yeah. I can,
Yeah, I'll put it into the.
Put it into the chat.
Yeah.
Put it into the chat.
And
put it-
Wait, are you even allowed to?
I
don't know if
yeah,
I'm allowed
yeah.
to.
No, you should be able to.
Okay.
Thank you for making me dab. You saw me dab.
pull that up real
I
quick.
didn't.
So, I was very careless, and I totally forgot to make a tier list for his
go.
list. But I'm pretty sure what we'll do is we'll make an actual video, and I'll post it on YouTube, of us going through the tier list, and we'll actually, break it down. So, for now, I have this
Break it
screenshot of the teas that he sent me, and we're gonna go down the list, and I'm gonna mark off what grade he gave, and then it might look like a mess, but at least by then we'll learn something
get
about the
cleaned up.
teas.
It can get cleaned up.
We'll clean it up a little bit.
Dash brand. Okay.
Yeah, Stash. Yeah, they got good teas.
Wait.
They got some pretty good teas.
I know what I could do. Here. What was it? S?
Yeah, God, then S to E.
Oh, you have G.
Yeah.
Wait,
Do you want me to cut up every single picture and send them to you?
please do.
It's 40 screenshots if you're ready.
No, we'll do a video about it. We'll do a video. Don't worry.
Okay, so I was
So
like,
wait.
yeah, I
What
can
they
do
all
that. I
say.
can cut each one.
Do you have a G? Wait, is there a G or is it just an S?
It's God.
Okay, so
God is on top.
God is on top. Of course, yes, I'm a Christian, sure. Then it goes S,
S, then A, B,
A,
C, D, and
B,
E.
C, D.
I should have used the different
E.
web browser because now my Google search says Travis Scott.
Hey CJ, you should send me give me the screenshot of all the teas.
Here, I'll send you the link, and you can do with that what you will.
So this is going to be a very terrible tier. I'll do better of this. I can do better. Hold on. And we're gonna go down the list from left to right, and we're gonna go down. And CJ is not only gonna tell us his grade, but why. And we're gonna. But Nerp has a very good question. Did you do proper temps for the different teas?
Absolutely. I have a kettle that has a different setting for green, oolong, black, and all that. I did this right. I had a thermometer to make sure it's all good, and there is a disclaimer. All the teas except for one of these is Stash brand, and each cup has 1 heaping teaspoon of honey, excuse me, and depending if it's herbal, oolong, green, or black tea, milk was added. So all the black teas had milk, and a couple of the herbals did, and some of the oolongs did. The greens did not have milk.
I'm gonna do something
There you
funny.
go.
Okay,
go.
so we're
I'll send
done
this
with the.
to leave.
I got it.
Here you go, buddy.
So we're gonna
Do
go
what they
down.
want.
We're gonna go down the list, and we're gonna have
Oh,
CJ tell us what it. Did you say that some of them were missing?
Missing, and I got duplicates of others. So I'm gonna go through the list that I put in the Discord to
You're gonna have to help me out on this one because I think it's not in order. So we're gonna try.
yeah, I'll read out
The-
the name. of
The
them.
dairy to thing thing is a very English. It's a very English method.
Thank you. Thank you.
Ugh.
Hmm?
He's sending me bit by bit a screenshot. Oh my god. He's giving me like a screenshot of each one.
That's what I was gonna do to you.
Oh my
Isn't that what you
god.
wanted?
It was, but it's so funny that I was like literally like
Uh.
skipping. Like I just was looking at my DMs, and the first thing I saw was a side berry, just a square of it. It threw
And
me
then
off. It
You
really
can
threw
add
me
that
off.
to the tier list, and we can actually do an actual tier list.
Yes, no. So that's it.
Yeah,
No, that's
some of these,
exactly what we're gonna
I'm
do.
gonna read out some of these I did not get. I did not get Black Forest Black tea.
Actually,
It's
no.
not my problem.
Actually, no. That's fine. What we can do, what we'll do. I'm gonna download all of these right now. I'm actually gonna, and I'm gonna upload it. We'll talk, and then we'll get ready for the, whatchamacallit.
So how's the weather?
How's the weather? All right, CJ, we're ready. Let's go
All right.
ahead and go with
Let's
this.
pull that up. So my tiers, like God, is something that I will always have to drink. I'll always have some of those. S is something I'll usually try to have. If I run out, I may not immediately buy some, but I will usually get it.
It's something
Should
that's
we
just
get a
like
full screen?
we should get a full screen. That's a good idea. There we go.
A is something that's good. I'll probably buy a box or 2 of it, and it'll probably last me 2 to 3 months.
Mhm.
B is something, you know, I wouldn't turn down if offered.
Uh-huh.
It doesn't do what A and S and God tiers do. C
Okay.
is getting to the range where it's like, I don't know if I'd actually drink this, you know. I'll drink it now. Maybe in a year's time I might drink it again. D is something I could not make myself finish. And E is something I spit out and threw away immediately.
Immediately after tasting, you're like,
After tasting, like, this is disgusting. I never want to have this again in my life.
okay. All right. So, where would you like to start, my friend?
Right, here's the real question. Should I start from the bottom and get to the top? Or should I start from the best and get to the worst? I think the worst is what should really come out.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's just get the worst out of the way.
Yeah. Okay, first off we have red velvet. You
Red
think-
velvet.
Yes. You think, oh, look at this. It's, you know, it's probably gonna be a good tea. But you'd be wrong. You'd be dead wrong, and shame on your mother for raising you to think this is good.
Oh my god. Okay. All right.
You don't deserve to drink any liquid if you think this is good, in my opinion.
All right.
It's good as a cake. It's good as a muffin. Not good as a tea. It made me retch.
All right.
The
That's
second
good.
one you have is acai berry. Now
Acai?
acai, whatever you want to call it, I don't know.
Okay.
That one is it did not taste great. I tasted it. I was like, I'll take one more taste of this. I don't know how I like this. Taste it again. Like, oh, this is not good. This is not good at all. I'm pouring this into the sink. It was not the best. And that's the only two E's that I had.
That was the only two E's you had.
The only two.
Okay.
Everything else, you know, I could get at least halfway through it.
Okay.
G-Mark, this is in the past. I have a cup here I can make sipping sounds on. Okay, there you go. But
That's how it
those are
sounds.
those are the two E's out of the way.
All right.
Don't get those if you have any type of taste
do
buds.
not
I do.
get these.
Do not get them. Do
Okay.
not buy them. Do not look at them. They don't
okay.
deserve to be looked at.
All right. They don't deserve your attention. Got it.
Now on to D. I have to preface this first one because as a candy, you know, as like Twizzlers and like Good and Plenty's, I like licorice. I love it. I know that's an acquired taste for people, but I love licorice. I do not like licorice as a tea.
Okay.
I got about halfway through it
I'm looking for licorice.
and just wasn't good.
Wait,
This
where
was not.
my
Licorice is. I'll
green?
tell you the color of it. It is. Uh-oh. Where is it?
This is a very.
Like I got halfway through this cup, and I was like, I'm gonna have to throw this out. I can't finish it.
Yeah, I think I expressed this with you. Like I have a tea box before my throat whenever I for singing or doing some voice acting, and I can tell you, licorice is as a tea is kind of weird.
Yeah, I did not enjoy it.
It has a weird taste to it. So
It gave me a weird mouthfeel too.
Oh, yeah.
It just wasn't all around that great.
Yeah, I can most definitely be on your side on that one.
The next D is salted caramel mate.
Salted caramel. Oh, here it is. Mate.
Mate, however you say that. I managed to finish this one, but it was way too salty. I don't know what Stash did when making this one for me, but they added too much salt. It tasted kind of burnt.
Oh.
It's like they burned the caramel
Oh.
or something. So yeah, that was my experience of it. Maybe I just got a bad tea bag.
That's salted caramel mate or mate or whatever. It's just.
Yeah, it. I don't know. Maybe I need to try it again, but as it stands right now, it's D tier. I got about halfway. Oh, these are all hot.
Yeah, all hot teas. He's had.
Brewed at the correct temperature that was noted on the packaging, with a heaping teaspoon of honey in each one. Sometimes there's milk, sometimes there wasn't. It depends on the tea.
Yeah.
I can tell you this one, I had milk with this one. It didn't change anything. It was still bad.
Yeah.
The next one we have on D, which I managed to finish, is Meyer Lemon. I will preface this saying I like the lemon teas, but this one, it didn't quite do it for me. I finished it, but it didn't. I don't know. I don't think I would drink this one again, because later on you'll see why. I have something else later on that is.
What
real
did
good.
it? What was the overall like taste and the?
This one was like real lemony taste, but that was it. There was nothing to go with it.
There was no other like hinted.
There's no hint of any other like tea leaves or anything. It was like tasted like just straight lemon.
Oh my god. Okay.
I was like, I'm not too keen on this one.
Mm-hmm.
And that is all I had for D tier. Most of these will fall into the C or A tier or B tier.
Okay. So the D and the E's, these are the ones you're like,
I would not recommend them.
do not recommend. CJ does not recommend these flavors.
If you're gonna get some tea that tastes similar to one of these, the Meyer Lemon, it's going to be in the S tier.
Okay. Meyer is a hybrid lemon. Really? I've never heard
Maybe
of a
that's
Meyer
why
lemon.
it didn't do what I expected it to do. Okay, coming up for C is Coconut Mango. This one I enjoyed a little bit. It was, I would drink it again. I wouldn't turn it down.
Uh-huh.
But I won't go out of my way to purchase it.
Okay. That was a good one-time deal.
It's a good one-time deal. I wouldn't turn it down if I get another one. Oh, coconut is a taste you have to like to have this one.
And not a lot of people like coconut. So
Yeah, not a lot of people like coconut. So depending on your taste buds, if you like coconut, you'll probably like this one. If you don't, you probably won't. That's why it's in C tier too, because people probably might not like this one.
That's interesting. Okay.
My next one in the C tier is Cinnamon Apple Chamomile. This one was decent, but there's something that does it so much better that is in God tier. And we're not going to give that one away quite yet.
Apple Jacks, apple pie tea. Did it taste like an apple pie?
It did not taste like an apple pie. It tasted, kind of like, what you call it? Apple cider-esque, kind of.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like that, but not to the extent that something else. There was something that did it a whole lot better that I've had before, and I will always have on stock.
Like snorting apple. Oh, jeez.
Yeah, it wasn't that strong of a cinnamon apple flavor either. I don't think Stash has the recipe quite right for this one. So, I'll drink it, but I won't go out of my way to get another one.
Okay.
The next one on our list, Peach. This was a black tea. A peach black tea. I have to say, it wasn't bad. It wasn't, it wasn't as bad. If you like peaches, you probably will like this one.
I love my peaches. Maybe? I would love to try peach black tea.
It was good. I had milk with this one. It was good. There's a definite peach taste to it. A whole definite peach tea.
I feel like fresh peach juice might be better with white tea. Actually, that makes sense.
I can see that. I can really see that.
A white tea, not necessarily a black tea, but if they could do a peach white tea, I would like to see that.
Okay, next thing on the list. This one I'll recommend it. I'll definitely recommend this one to
Are we still
in the
peach. Are we still in the C or?
We're still in the C. We're still in the C.
Okay.
We have 3 more C's.
Okay.
My next one is strawberry pomegranate.
Strawberry pomegranate.
I like pomegranate. I like strawberry. But this one, it was decent. It was like all these C tier ones are gonna be decent. But I just, I don't know if I'd go out of my way to buy this one again.
Was it like? Did you taste both fruits?
I could definitely taste the pomegranate. I got hints of the strawberry. If I was to give them any recommendations, I would up the strawberry flavor a bit.
Okay.
And that's all I really have to say for that one. It's a pretty meh tea.
And here's a question. You know, for C tiers, would you
Yeah.
taste more of the flavor than the tea, or is there still that hint of tea?
You would taste the flavor. Like a lot of these, the herbal teas, you don't taste any like the traditional English black tea.
Mm-hmm,
You know that taste. You don't taste any of that in these,
Okay.
except in the peach. The peach had a hint of this.
Okay.
I'm not milking all of them. Like some of the herbal ones, I could tell you, the coconut mango did not have milk. The red velvet had milk. The acai berry did not. Licorice did not. I should preface which ones I have milk in. The strawberry pomegranate, I did not because of a herbal tea. And this next one didn't have milk. This one is blueberry superfruit.
Blueberry superfruit. Okay. Oh, here it is. Perfect.
It was pretty decent. I could definitely taste the blueberry in this one.
What is the superfruit?
Your guess is as good as mine. These are being drunk alone. These are being drunk alone just so I get the whole flavor from the tea itself with no other additives.
Yeah.
You could definitely taste the blueberry, but it had like when you're eating a blueberry, you know how you get like a weird kind of taste along with it if you're eating them by themselves? Like just a weird kind of aftertaste. That was more prevalent in this.
Blueberries are superfood. But
I mean, they are pretty super.
so wait, are we just saying blueberry is the superfruit?
That's just the name of the tea. Your guess is as good as mine. Yes, Sean. Seen what? I can't spell right now. They know the taste, the weird taste that you get. You have to get really, really ripe blueberries to avoid that taste, and they didn't get that with this. And the next tea, remember when they said, acidic chalk? That's the best way to describe it.
Okay.
The next one, you know how someone said they want like a white tea with peach?
Yeah.
Well, that's what's next on the list there, buddy. White peach.
White peach. Ah, here it is. Yep. Wait, oolong tea?
Yes.
Okay.
This one had milk. I added milk with this one. And it tasted similar to the other one because of the peach, but it had like that white tea flavor to it. And, I would recommend it if you like white tea. I was not too big of a fan of it because of the white tea, but if you like white tea, I'd recommend this one to you.
A white tea with peach. Oolong tea. I would actually like to try that one.
Okay, now that's all the C's.
That's all the C's. The ones that he didn't like but would recommend.
If you have the taste for the description of it, you
Okay.
would probably want to get that one.
Okay.
Next are the B's. And these I would, really recommend. Yeah, oolong is its own type of tea. It has its own temperature you need to brew it at and everything.
Huh.
The next one on B tier is chocolate mint.
Chocolate mint oolong tea? That actually sounds pretty good.
That one I liked. I would definitely recommend this. Because I like the mint teas. I really like peppermint tea and all that. This one, it doesn't really quite do it for the peppermint. That chocolate taste was a little bit bitter.
Yeah.
It was a little bit. Even with the honey I added, it was still a little bit bitter. So, if you're a fan of bitter teas, go for it. By all means. But
That's all you have to say
Yeah.
about it. Yeah.
that's all I have to say about it.
Yeah.
This next one is called Breakfast in Paris.
Breakfast in Paris. I think I've heard about that flavor before, but breakfast.
It didn't
in-
quite hit me that right. It was decent.
Oh, here it is.
It had like that bergamot kind of taste to it a little bit.
There are such
But-
thing as breakfast teas, right?
Yeah, there are.
Okay.
They have a bit more caffeine in them.
I mean, yeah, just like a coffee for breakfast.
Yeah. but it did not do as good to me as English black does.
So you put it in the B tier.
I put it in the B dead center. It's like it's good. It's definitely good, but it's not the
There's
best.
better
of the best.
flavors.
There's better. There's
Okay.
better. The next on our release is Super Irish Breakfast.
Super Irish breakfast. These names, man. What do they mean?
I don't know the naming conventions of Stash. I think they could do a little bit better with them, to be honest. But
Like, what's super about it? The flavor, the caffeine inside of it, the
depending
taste?
on the where you look, it's a dead center, so it wasn't that super.
Yeah.
It's about the same as Breakfast in Paris. It was, it's got that. It's not doesn't hit quite as right as English Black does. That being, I have had Southern iced tea is English Black, but
Super Irish sounds like a cold brew coffee with Guinness.
hey, I could see that. I could really see.
I would
an
see
Irish
that
person
too.
drinking that.
Yeah.
But it's just pretty good. It's not the best of the best, but it's pretty good. The next one we have is decaf vanilla chai. Now I'm a fan of chai tea. I'm not. It's not as good as chai tea. Decaf vanilla is not good as just bare bones chai, in my opinion. Let me help you look for that one.
Decaf. Yeah, this is the only one I'm having. Oh, here, Bergamot. Yep. Oh wait, nope.
It's kind of a golden, like a off gold.
Off gold.
It's beside one of your red ones, I think.
Oh yeah. Decaf vanilla chai. There it is.
Yeah, it was. I'm a fan of chai tea. Don't get me wrong, but the vanilla added to it didn't hit right.
I'm not a big fan of chai tea. I've had it before, and it just has a spice to it.
It has a little bit of spice, a little
Yeah.
bit. It's like that cinnamon-esque kind of spice.
Sorry to interrupt.
But-
Nice bubble, or nice Bailey.
Loads of sugar and cream. Yeah, I can see that. I liked adding honey and milk to these. That's the only really way I drink chai tea.
Yeah.
But it's good. I would recommend it if you like vanilla and if you don't want to quite go as hard on the chai. Oh hey Bryce.
Yes, Bryce, you are very late. Have you
I've
ever
not had a dirty chai.
What
I
is
don't
a
know what that
dirty
is.
chai? Bubble, can
You
you
need to
please
describe that.
enlighten that on dirty chai while CJ goes on explaining more about his tier list?
Okay, next one. The last one in the B tier is Sunny Orange Ginger.
Sunny or okay.
This one, I really am a fan of some ginger teas too. This one was pretty good. The orange was very, very prevalent in it. And the ginger was pretty prevalent, but not as strong as I would like it.
Huh.
Oolong tea for the win. Yeah, I like oolong teas are pretty good, Bryce.
Chai with
but-
espresso tastes like Christmas coffee. Oh, that does sound like a
I
Christmas
need
coffee.
to look that up. I need to figure out how to make that.
That
I'm gonna need to get recipes.
that would be a nice recipe to try out. I'm not a big chai, like I said, I'm not a big chai person, but if it tastes like Christmas, I'm gonna try it. I am a huge Christmas geek.
One of these teas you're gonna really like, Justin.
I'm actually I'm excited to see what you got for AS and God.
Well, that's it for the B. Now the A tiers are the ones that I definitely recommend 100%.
Okay.
But I probably won't have on hand at all time. A, first one, chamomile.
Chamomile.
Really good. Really good. Really floral.
Chamomile Nights? Does it say is it the light blue one, the Chamomile Nights?
I believe that's just bare bones chamomile. I think I got a different one than that, but
That is
it's still the thing.
That was weird.
But chamomile, I definitely recommend.
Bryce, I have no comment
Anytime.
on that.
If you have someone offer it to you, absolutely take it.
Take the chamomile.
If
okay.
you If you see it at the store, pick up a box. It's good.
Now,
You can't go wrong.
I don't think I've actually had a taste of chamois milk. What would you describe the taste?
Have you ever? It's a real floral. Like if you smelt flowers, you can taste the flower in it.
Oh.
It's really hard to explain. It tastes like chamomile. It's hard to. It's its own flavor.
It's just a floral tea.
It's
basically.
real floral tea. Yes,
Okay.
It's good. It's pretty sweet on its own.
I can imagine it. I can imagine the taste. Like drinking a plumeria. Okay, that's what I was thinking. I was thinking like a plumeria. That's what
I
it
don't
would
know
taste
what that
like.
is, so I didn't know to say that.
One of the flowers we have here.
Okay, so yeah, chamomile. It's just good. There's a reason people, it's considered a very good tea, like high class tea.
Okay.
It's good.
All right.
Next on the A tier is white chai. It's an oolong chai.
Ooh, white chai. Oh, yep. Chai white tea. Yep.
Yep.
Tell us about this.
This one, it was better than the decaf vanilla chai by a good margin.
There's a difference between the two tastes.
Yeah, there's a complete and good difference between the two. It doesn't do it quite as good as regular chai, but it's definitely very good. And we already went on the spiel of chai tea, so it's an oolong chai essentially.
Okay. So you had milk with this?
I did have milk with this one. I usually have milk with all my chais.
So it's like a creamy type.
Creamy.
Tea. Okay.
I do have milk with chamomile too. I should have prefaced that. I do like to put milk in my chamomile. The next one we have in A tier is Super Mint. This one, I put milk in, and it's good. Definitely get it if you want a more minty tea than just regular peppermint tea.
Uh-huh.
Because it was a lot of mint with this one.
Okay, so the super mint is basically you drink it and it has a really strong taste to it.
It's real strong mint. Real
Okay.
strong mint taste. I like mint, but it's a lot. If you really like mint, go for it.
But it's not recommended for those who are like, I'm complacent about.
Yeah.
Okay.
The next one we have is a fusion green and white.
Oh, here it is.
That one's like a green and white tea mix.
How is that?
It was pretty good. I didn't add milk to this one, but I'm a fan of green tea. Green tea is actually very kind of hard to... Well, it's not hard, but you can mess it up really easily.
You can. I've never heard of that.
The temperature has to be 170 Fahrenheit. And you have to, let it steep for 2 to 3 minutes instead of 4 to 5.
Hmm. Huh.
You could really taste the green tea in it. You couldn't really taste the oolong in it. That's why it's an A. Like you can taste one of the flavors over the other.
Okay. That's interesting. I feel like that tastes like nothing.
You had to steep it. I steeped it for the full 3 minutes because I tasted it a little bit before I took the tea bag out at 2 minutes, and it's like it needs a little bit longer. The next one on our list is Red Dragon Chai Spice.
Red Dragon Chai Spice. For A.
It is chai with more peppermint. Not peppermint, excuse me. Cinnamon. That's it. It's a lot of cinnamon with the chai.
Is it noticeably like...
Noticeably more cinnamon.
Wow.
Noticeably.
Ooh.
I like cinnamon, but I put it in the A tier because it's a little bit too much.
So is that the con? Like there's just too much?
Yeah,
cinnamon?
there's a bit too much cinnamon. A little bit too
Okay.
much cinnamon.
Okay.
That's why is it an S tier. The next one on A is Mojito Mint.
There it is, Mojito Mint.
It's a mint tea. It's not as minty as the super mint, but it's still pretty good. It's got a little bit less mint than peppermint, so that's why it's in A tier instead of S or God, because Mojito Mint's just a bit less than regular peppermint tea.
Huh.
If you don't like if you want a mint tea but don't want it too much, get this one.
go with the mojito mint. Noted.
Okay, this next one is ginger peach. Now, I like my ginger teas. This is a black gingered peach tea. It was really good. I liked the ginger. The peach was very prevalent, but I don't think I would go out of my way to buy a lot of it. I might buy a box if I see it.
Any noticeably different taste you can get from it? Just
The ginger was like real prevalent.
all right.
The last one on our A tier is decaf chocolate hazelnut.
Ooh,
The hazelnut really sweetened this one up.
it's a sweet tea.
It's a sweeter tea than the
Ooh.
chocolate mint. The chocolate mint was a bit bitter. This one was really good with the 1 teaspoon of honey I added. I added milk to this one too.
Oh
It was-
yes.
Yeah, this one, if it sounds good to you, get it.
I definitely would like to try that. I am a chocolate hazelnut nut.
It is very warm. Okay, on to S tier.
Kappa.
We have hello, Dane. On our S tier, we have we have 3 S tiers.
Oh, okay.
First one, you've heard it before, peppermint. Just regular peppermint tea.
Regular peppermint.
It's not too much, not too little. It's the just right amount of peppermint to the tea. I need to buy some more. Actually, I'm out at the moment. I need to buy some more.
This tiers like I need to get more.
Yeah, this is the tier. These
cannot
tiers,
run out.
I need more. I have to have more.
Okay.
It's good with a bit of milk, some teaspoon, teaspoon of honey. It's perfect. It's a good mint tea.
Would you say it would be like a? Oh no, it's a hot type of drink.
It's hot. It's a hot drink.
Would you drink it on like a cool night?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I'd like a summer night. I would have this.
I can imagine. Yes.
I cannot
shopping
recommend
list.
peppermint enough. Yeah, this is shopping list material. All these I'm going to tell you are shopping list material.
Like you
The
must.
next
get.
one we have is double bergamot Earl Grey.
Bergamot.
I haven't had a one of these before, so it's the first time of me tasting one of these. And I have to say, I was not disappointed whatsoever. I actually went out and bought a box of it after I tasted it because it was so good.
What kind of? How can you describe this tea? Because I've never heard of a bergamot before.
It's a type of oil that they put in it that they
Really?
put the tea leaves in, then dry the tea leaves so they take the oil into them.
Yeah.
It's got like I can't really describe the taste too well. It's just can't put it into words. Definitely try it. Definitely get like
I'm gonna
small
have to
box
try it.
and try it.
Yeah.
This one had milk in it. I recommend this one with milk. It's a
Okay.
black tea, so you get this one with very hot water. And the last one on our S tier list is the actually first hot tea that I had. I was working in Sam's Club and they had samples that they were giving out.
Ooh.
It's lemon ginger.
Lemon ginger. Oh, I've had lemon ginger. Okay.
It's that with honey and milk soothes your throat right up. It is
Yes.
very soothing to the throat.
I actually think I have.
I actually get a lot of nostalgia with this one because
Oh, never mind.
if you watch Ancient Magnus Bride, the anime, I always had a cup of this while watching it.
This is the
and-
anime tea.
This is the anime tea for me.
Is this the anime portion of the podcast? Because I am down.
mean,
No,
you
he's just saying this is
This
the
is-
tea. This is the type of tea he have if he's just sitting down.
Not
If
gonna
I'm
lie
sitting
though,
down and
Ancient
watching-
Magnus Bride, good choice.
It was great. It's a great
Best
anime.
choice.
Every episode, I sat down with a cup of lemon ginger, and that's just my go-to for watching anime now. Is have a cup of that. I
Okay.
actually had. These are the kind of ones that I will buy a bulk box of.
Oh.
So I probably have like 80 some more bags, some lying around,
probably more. And that is it for the S tier.
The rest are God tiers?
I have 4 God tiers.
Oh.
So I'm guessing the
We
rest
have
of these,
extra cheese.
they didn't send me those. They did not send them to
Okay.
I was like, excuse me?
I was like, wait, we have all these in the God tiers? Like, welcome
Hello,
back.
Dave. Okay, first one on the God tier is a little something recommended from Uncle Iro himself, Jasmine.
Jasmine. Yes! Jasmine Blossom. I was gonna.
Jasmine Blossom tea is phenomenal. I cannot recommend it enough. You need to go out and buy it immediately. It's a green tea, so you need to cook it at a low temperature, or not cook, steep, excuse me. And no milk. You don't really need any honey with it. I add like half of a teaspoon of honey with this one because it's so sweet to begin with. It is phenomenal. I actually bought some loose leaf in a little tea infuser to make it like that.
Ooh.
It is phenomenal.
Okay. Definitely gotta try that out. I've never actually had Jasmine, but I just watched the episode of Uncle Iro explaining about Jasmine. So like I'm definitely gotta try this now, because if my friend CJ says Jasmine's God
It is
tier,
phenomenal. It is. I cannot recommend this one enough. The next one is the one weird picture we have on this list. It is Winter Spice
Winter
from
Spice.
Twinings.
Okay, this one. Got it.
Twinings has good tea, but this is the one that I always have.
Winter Spice.
Let me pull that one up and describe it to you.
Because like I would think like because it is when I would think you would drink this during Christmas time.
This one you would. It is
The kids are just like,
an
opening up
apple.
the crib.
It has an apple flavor,
An
cinnamon.
apple flavor.
chamomile, cardamom, I don't know how you pronounce that, Cardamom, and clove spices.
All into one bag? All in
All
one
into
flavor?
one bag. Yes, this one is phenomenal.
Ooh. That
You
sounds
can buy a
like
box on Amazon Pantry for $4.03. If
That
you
sounds like
got
a
Amazon
gift.
Pantry, but
That
it
sounds
is
pretty good.
it is great. Have this one during winter if you want to feel Christmas in your veins.
I would love to feel Christmas
I
in
love
my
that
vein.
idea. Christmas in
Every
my
day
veins.
is Christmas.
The next one on the God tier list is something that I've mentioned before. It's the nice original chai. Just regular chai tea. I don't know if
Green tea, dry spice, black tea.
Chai spice black tea is that one.
Okay, that one.
Turkish
regular-
chai is good.
I haven't had that one. I need to try that one. That one, very good. Brew it hot, get it creamy, get it sweet. You will never go wrong.
Nice.
And then the last one, something that just about everyone who's had, iced tea, sweet tea will have had. Try it hot with milk and honey. English black.
English black.
You cannot go wrong with it.
You really can't.
It was thrown to the harbor.
It was.
It really was.
Yeah, you can't go wrong with it.
Yeah, you're right. Actually,
Until you throw it into the harbor.
Until you throw it to the
Salty.
harbor.
Yeah.
It's going to get kind of salty and taste like seawater. And it's not going to steep very well into seawater.
You're totally not wrong about English breakfast. Like I've had that, and it was a good breakfast type of tea.
Yeah, it's a good tea, good sweet tea, good iced tea. You can't go wrong with it.
Nice.
And that's my tier list.
That's CJ's tea tier list.
A and up, I definitely recommend you go out and get some.
And for those who are, who just are still listening, we'll recap of what everything. But this is everything CJ has tasted as for this entire pack.
Now, what did I not get from this list?
You from the 40, you have Earl Grey black tea, white chocolate mocha black tea.
That one I would try.
Wait, you would?
I would have liked to try the white chocolate mocha one.
Okay, and then you got vanilla nut cream decaf, chai green tea. They didn't give you chai green tea? That's weird.
It's a
Or
pretty
Earl
common one,
Grey.
too.
Or your Earl Grey. They didn't give you Earl Grey.
Regular Earl Grey either.
Black Forest black tea, mango passion fruit, Moroccan.
Moroccan.
I was trying to see if that was the word. Moroccan mint, orange spice black tea, premium green tea, and wild raspberry hibiscus. Those are the flavors CJ has not tasted, which is weird because some of these flavors are classics.
The green tea, I haven't had it hot, just regular hot green tea. So I can probably safely say it's in the S to God tier.
Okay.
Probably.
Okay.
I can't give you a hard answer on that.
Well, I won't leave. I was gonna put it up there, but never mind. And for a recap on everybody who's listening, we'll go from E to God again. So E, CJ has said red velvet, acai berry. Those are E. Like he spat those out. Those aren't very good.
I spat them out and threw them away, and never looked up again.
Then we have D rank, D tier, which is like there's better flavors.
You'd definitely do better getting something else.
For D list, there's licorice spice, salted caramel mate, and Meyer lemon, which is interesting. I've never heard of Meyer lemons. And then you have C, which CJ has stated that these aren't his favorite flavors, but if you like these flavors, go ahead and try them out for yourself. He recommends it. It's just not in his taste. So in the C tier list,
Not my palate.
yes, in C tier list he has coconut mango, cinnamon apple chamomile. It's just strawberry
It's
pomegranate,
been a night.
blueberry superfruit, and white peach oolong tea. So those are the ones he's like not in my palate, but you are free to try.
Try the winter spice in my God tier and don't like it, try the cinnamon apple chamomile from Stash. Maybe if it's too much for you, if the Twinings is too much, try that one.
All right. And then we go to the B tier where he's like, I wouldn't get these again.
But I probably wouldn't buy them.
You want to
But-
go out just to get them.
If someone offered it to me, I would accept it.
Okay, so that's the B tier. We have chocolate mint oolong tea, breakfast in paradise. It says Paris, but does it say paradise? Black tea. Super Irish breakfast, which is interesting. We have no idea what super is. Vanilla chai decaf tea, and sunny orange ginger herbal tea. That's his B. For the A tier list, which is like, yeah, I need to get these again.
I didn't pick this up.
In his ear tea list, he is chamomile.
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 Don't pronounce the H. Do not pronounce the H.
Chamomile nights, chai white tea, supermint herbal tea, fusion green and white tea, spice dragon red chai, mojito mint, ginger peach, chocolate hazelnut decaf tea. Those are his. I would like to try again.
If I see a box out there, when I'm shopping, I'm probably gonna pick one up.
Then we go to the S tier where it's like, this is shopping list material. I will need to get these again.
This is buy a bulk box if you want to have a good supply for 4 months.
So in the S tier list, we got peppermint herbal tea, double bergamot Earl Grey black tea, and lemon ginger herbal tea. And then we got the God tier, which is CJ, in your words.
At all times.
Say that again, sorry.
Have it on hand at all times.
Have it on hand at all times. The God tier consists of jasmine blossom green tea, the Twinings winter spice, chai spice black tea, and English breakfast black tea, which is actually some of the classics. So that means the classics. You can't go wrong with the classics. So that is CJ's.
What? All of them.
I beg to differ. I think I could mess them up.
Okay. Sure, Dave.
But
I
yeah,
will
all that.
I will save this tier list for anybody who wants to see this outside the podcast or outside the stream, and then go with what the knowledge that we have given you. CJ, do you have any closing statements about this?
There's a lot of
Tea
tea.
is
out
great.
there. Tea is good.
Tea is good.
Tea is good for you.
Both tea and coffee. So you can't go wrong with either one, in my opinion.
I'll find a way.
All these I've been drunk hot. I did not drink any of these cold. If you drink them cold, they're probably going to change the taste and change the rankings, honestly. So,
All right.
drink them hot, like they're meant to be.
Hibiscus.
I need to try
Hibiscus
that.
tea is delicious.
I need to try that. That's another classic.
It's very sweet. It's very naturally sweet too.
Like jasmine. Jasmine's naturally sweet.
Mm-hmm. Hibiscus tea is really good.
All right.
Did I mention that the only tea I
You
like
can you can get that
hot
from like
is Turkish?
Yes, you did. Billy.
Justin. You can get that from like Lupicia.
Awesome.
Lupicia. Do we still have?
Mhm.
We do have a Lupicia. Yes, in Alamoana.
Alamoana.
Yes. Sorry, I
Mhm.
just remembered. It was the other tea place that we no longer have. That was made by Starbucks. I forgot. That always
I don't
has.
recall either.
It has free tea.
But yeah, I know what you're saying.
Lupicia. Yeah. You know what? I might actually have to take a trip whenever when
When things are normalized.
when things are back to normal. I will go and try and get some tea from Lupicia. Thank you very much, CJ, for that tier list.
I'll just bring them over to you.
That was
There you
well
go.
informed. Thank you.
Once towards the top, you need to try.
You
And
definitely need to try it.
If you really like it and you want to get a lot, get an electric kettle. Please God, get an electric kettle. It changed my life. Your water gets to temperature in like 2 minutes at most, instead of waiting like 3 to 4 if you have like a stovetop kettle.
Yes.
Okay, but
And-
what if I put the tea in the coffee machine?
You're
Then
wrong.
You're wrong.
My
Just straight up.
Keurig.
There are some Keurig things you can like Keurig capsules that have tea in them.
Yeah.
You're gonna get better just
Sure.
getting it yourself. Also, do not load your teas up with sugar. It's gonna ruin the taste on them, in my opinion.
Yeah, I would think so.
Or enhance it.
No, it's not. Wrong. All right,
Sugar is
so that
unhealthy.
would be pretty much the end of the podcast. But we're still gonna be talking and whatnot. Next week's podcast episode, we're gonna have 2 more topics to talk about. Let's see, we've done that one. So next week's debate topics, we're talking about DeLeaf's recommendation, as he puts it, chomclet versus vanilla, which I'm pretty sure
Yeah.
translates to chocolate versus vanilla. So we're gonna try that. Also, along with
Means
that,
what it means.
we're gonna have Kahlua Pig versus Lau Lau. We'll try.
But
Maybe we'll have a
Okay,
hint of
okay.
it, because obviously the 2 other people here are not from Hawaii. They've never had Kahlua Pig
No.
nor Lau Lau, so kind of a hard thing to talk about when half the people aren't here.
but it's not. The thing is, like, isn't Clopig already Lala?
That's true. So we'll have a bit of a segment for that, and then we'll just go back to milkshake versus smoothie, which is also a very good topic to talk about.
Other things we
Honestly,
can
that
talk
is a good one.
the correct way to eat a Kit Kat.
Yeah, just eating the whole entire thing.
Can,
Yeah,
we, can we do
But-
webcams for a presentation?
Yeah, of course.
Dr. Pepper cream soda tastes like maraschino cherry.
Okay, that's what Leaf said.
Maraschino cherries. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, CJ, the best way to eat a Kit Kat is just if you just like eat the entire thing in one bite.
Don't don't take the wrapper off. Just bite
Speaking
it.
of
It
Kit
just-
Kats, I got a bag of Kit Kats.
Just
You just
don't
don't-
take off the wrapper.
Those little ones.
You just start ripping into it like that. Maybe you get the wrapper off. Maybe you don't. It's all part of the prize.
Look, when I'm hungry, the wrapper comes off or don't. It goes in my belly or not. It really depends on how hungry I am.
Am I allowed to present my third option?
Sure.
It enhances the flavor.
You already know my third option.
That's the crust. Oh my god.
That's with or without the crust.
Leaf, what are you doing?
That's too noisy.
What?
Please, can you please turn down the noise?
I was gonna turn on my camera
Okay.
to ask a question. How do I eat this?
Okay, hold on. Let's put you on the full screen here, buddy.
That's your face, Delete. That's your face. I see it.
Yeah.
Delif, are you ready for the stream to see your face?
Sure, why not?
Okay, so everybody, this is Delif. He's asking the. What is the question you're asking us, Delif?
How do I eat this?
And this, for those who are just listening, is a Kit Kat, a small little Kit Kat bite size. So, you just open the wrapper. Open the wrap, like you tear off the wrapper.
Wrapper.
Yeah,
Wrapper.
tear the wrapper.
Chewing.
Every time. Okay, so I tear off the wrapper.
And then you just eat the whole thing.
You see that cup beside you? That cup?
He eats it sideways.
It's sideways. What a good what.
Put it in that cup beside you.
There's water in here.
Chocolate water.
Chocolate water.
He's got a
I don't
baby
want
straw.
hot chocolate.
He's got a wiggly straw.
I don't want hot chocolate, man. That's my okay. That's all.
That's all you had to ask. Thank you,
Yeah.
Dave. That was the important. Swirly a traw.
We just watched him just eat a Kit Kat.
Hey, this is the food debate. This is the debate times where we talk about food. I would love to see videos of food too.
Oh, I could do like my own. I have an idea.
You're a treat to leave.
No
So,
Kit Kats are.
guys,
Jesus Christ. That was a good one.
guys, okay, so for next week we'll talk about those topics that I've mentioned, and why don't we also do the things that we talked about? Like we said, we're gonna go try out the Travis Scott meal, see how it is.
Who the fuck said that?
I did.
I ain't doing it.
I'm gonna do it.
Okay, fine. Then you go do it.
And then everybody before on next week Wednesday when we come back, everybody bring a Kit Kat and we will eat it on stream. All right.
I don't think these Kit Kats are gonna last a week.
get more.
Get a full-sized one, Dilly.
Get the 4-pack.
Yeah, get the one with the 4 wafers.
I got this bag of Kit Kats from my birthday.
Yes,
and I'm now eating it.
that is our homework. Don't be telling people to go out. I mean, of course, be safe, and it's just going to the drive-thru. Just get from the drive-thru.
Drive-through.
Go to the drive-thru of your grocery store and pick up a Kit Kat.
You live in Florida. Do what that one guy did and throw an alligator through the window at the drive-thru.
Oh
my
God,
That would be
oh
funny.
my God.
If you're upset with the drive-thru, it's a perfectly reasonable option to throw a alligator through the window.
Jesus. But I think that's about it for the podcast. Like I said, the streams are gonna keep going. We'll still be chilling out, but this is gonna be
I
the
could
end of the
go
podcast.
for another McChicken.
Cool. That's awesome to leave.
While you're there, pick up a Travis Scott meal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't.
Why not?
It's close.
You don't have 24-hour
Well,
around
they
you.
were, but now they're not.
Oh.
Anyways, I don't really have a solid closing for this, so I'll usually say what I usually say at the end of streams. Friends, wherever you are, whether you just wake up in the morning, working hard in the afternoon, relaxing evening, or heading out of bed for night, have a great one for me. Please stay safe, wash your hands, practice social distancing, wear your mask, and stay safe, and I'll see you in the next podcast.
Go eat a
Hey,
Kit Kat.
Go eat a Kit Kat. And we'll see you on the next episode, all right?
And
Thank
eat
you
Travis
very much.
Scott.
Don't eat Travis Scott, please. Travis Scott,
It'd be funny.
that's just it.
I'd be funny though.
All right.
Also, listen to Face Jam.
Yeah. Go. Yeah. Give those guys. Oh, listen.
I would say the Kit Kats are 100% eat.
Chat. Say bye to Chat. Say bye to everybody who's watching it on the YouTube right now. Say. Can we say goodbye?
Bye, everybody.
Bye.